Hello there, everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope you're good. I hope you're excited. It's WWE Day 1 2022. The first time ever a WWE Day 1 event, by the way. This is the first one you're ever going to see ever. And they've got some big matches for a big card. Brock Lesnar is here. He's not facing Roman Reigns. That's off. Roman Reigns, I believe, has been... I think he's off with the old Rona. And so instead, Brock Lesnar joins that massive Fatal 4-Way match, which now becomes a Fatal 5-Way match. He's challenging Big E for the WWE Championship against Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and now, of course, Brock Lesnar. Other matches on the card, the Usos are facing the New Day for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Edge is facing The Miz in a cheeky little singles match for the boys. Becky Lynch is defending against Liv Morgan for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Drew McIntyre is facing main event Madcap Moss himself in a singles match. And then RK Bro defend against the Street Profits in a WWE Raw Tag Team Championship match. You also had Cesaro and Ricochet versus Ridge Holland and Sheamus on the pre-show in a little cheeky tag match, of which Sheamus won with a bro kick, surprisingly, but there you go. But it's a big old card for the first pay-per-view of the year. The first WWE pay-per-view of the year. The first pay-per-view of the year in wrestling in general. And here we are. Welcome to A Top Mark. I hope you're well. I hope you're good. Now, as the intro package for WWE Day 1 is currently playing, I just wanted to welcome you on and see how you all were. Happy New Year. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. We are going to be here doing watch-alongs on this channel for every WWE, every AEW pay-per-view for the year. That's the plan. That's the plan. And maybe even, maybe even some Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Rampage. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll throw a couple of rando ones in there. New Japan Strong's doing pretty good at the moment. Maybe watch some of that. I don't know. We'll see. But myself and my partner in crime, Danny DeVito, are going to be here watching the graps and getting involved. So I hope you're good, and I hope you want to get involved as well. But here we go. WWE Supercard presents even WWE Day 1. I've got a cup of tea, I've got water, I've got Watsits, I've got this little chocolate Santa geezer that I bought from Tesco. We're gonna have a grand old time. I'm intrigued to see how some of these matches end up working out. I'll be real with you. I'll be honest with you. There was a couple there where I'm like, okay, Lesnar getting added to that championship match worries me. It does worry me. But we'll go through it at the time. I feel like there's going to be plenty to talk about. I feel like there's plenty going to be to go through as the show goes on. But Atlanta, Georgia, getting the first ever Day 1. That lettering, you can see it in the corner down here, right? Where is it? There. That lettering on the Y. What are you doing? It just looks so dodgy to me. Don't know what they do. I don't know why the hell they would do that. It just looks. They're usually pretty good. At branding WWE, but that is just iffy. Anyway, Pat McAfee and Michael Cole being your commentators. Tell you what, Pat McAfee, man. I was talking to someone else about this the other day. His transition. I mean, I've seen his podcast and stuff before he started doing any WWE stuff whatsoever. Before he started rocking up in NXT and doing other things, and I was like, this kid's good, but even as a commentator, he's just so good. Isn't he? It's hilarious to me how well he transitioned into that. But yeah, Lesnar in that championship match does worry me. It really worries me. Because I thought he was going to beat Roman. I genuinely did. There was those rumors going around. That he was him and Roman were supposed to be more matches in that series. And if there's going to be more matches in that series, he either has to beat Roman, or he either has to beat Roman, or he has to, or something has to happen to it and necessitate another match, right? That just makes perfect sense. And so for now, he's not in that match. I feel like he can't win. Because if they want him to carry on facing Roman, it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, it's Brock Lesnar. How are you going to try and even pretend to me that they're not going to try and make Brock Lesnar win? I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Anyway, the Usos are starting off tonight. Unsurprisingly, they start Day 1 with the song that says down since Day 1-ish. Unsurprisingly. This match is going to bang. Let's be real. Usos are so good, aren't they? Like, they always have been. But since they turned heel, however many years ago that was now, they have just been unreal. They really have. And they can actually go singles as well. It's mad to me. It's actually mad to me. But we're seeing the build up to this now. New Day getting beaten down by the Usos and Roman. Monsters. Monsters, the lot of them. The lot of them. Let's move this side. I don't think this is going to sound right, by the way. I should say I set this up in an incredible hurry, and I don't think any of it's going to sound right, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Down since day one-ish, baby. Down since day one-ish. Here come the boys. The New Day. Are they my favourite tag team of all time? They might be, you know. They're just such lads. All of them. Every member of the New Day is just a complete lad. And I'm including Big E in that. Obviously, they're doing their separate thing right now. But I'm including him in that. They're just excellent lads. I'm not super into the King gimmick. I never have been. There's very few people who I've seen do the King gimmick and me go, that works. And I'm not saying King Woods isn't good at it, just not necessarily my my shtick, let's say. Not exactly my shtick. I always like when they do the someone tagged but they never saw it gimmick. The ref never saw it gimmick. Especially when it's twins. Like the Usos. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the referee should be competent enough. But the referee's competency is a very liquid thing. Sometimes they're mad competent. Sometimes they're completely incompetent. And I kind of love that fact. As someone who would quite like to do wrestling refereeing at some point during my life, I quite love their shifting competencies. I find it quite hilarious, I can't lie. So we're getting the announcements now. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Who have I got for this match? I feel like it is the Usos. I feel like the Usos are probably going to keep it for a while. But let's be real. The New Day are one of the few teams who sort of have that size to them where they could just beat them. Especially if they want this to be like a recurring long-term thing. I mean, if they were building up to maybe like Big E versus Roman at Mania, I could see it. But if it is going to be Brock versus Roman, which seems to be, I don't know, 50-50 at this point? 50-50 at this point? Then it wouldn't surprise me if the Usos retained here. But then again, who are they going to get for Mania? I don't know. But my bet is the Usos. My bet is the Usos. Judge me for it, and I'm fine with that. That's fine with me. Right. Let's the Usos versus New Day. There we go. I love Woods is just the best, isn't he? If we're being honest, he just is. Just screaming, "This is where I live," because he's the king of the ring. That's where he lives, bro. Don't question it. Don't question it. One of the most underrated wrestlers in WWE, King Woods. If we're being honest about it, legit one of the most underrated. And straight away out the gate, getting a cheeky hammer lock in on Jimmy. I think it's Jimmy. Oh, he's coming with some technical wrestling here, Woods, hitting him in hammerlock. Just cheeky bending him up. It's like Zack Sabre Jr. in his prime. He's also very hench. Again, it's one of those things where he has an underrated henchness, does Woods. Like, I don't think about it, and then I see him, like, in any other situation apart from in ring, standing opposite or next to people, and I'm like, my man's huge. Like, he's utterly massive. Like, he's not tall, and I guess that's probably why I don't think about it. But he's bloody huge, isn't he? He is bloody massive. Cheeky 2 count there for the New Day. Big Kane-style uppercut from, I think, Jimmy to Kofi now. I love those ones. The ones where they're sort of just slinky, do you know what I mean? They just spin into it. I love those ones. They look great. They look bloody great. If you smell... Good to see you, Scott. I hope you're well. What a man. What a man The Rock was. It's what I say every time I make a bacon sandwich to my girlfriend. She doesn't enjoy it. If you smell what Charlie is cooking, and she's like, what are you talking about? She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the wrestling. I hope you're well, bro. Happy New Year. I don't think I've said it to you. Happy New Year, dude. Hope you're all good and you've had a grand old time. And Merry Christmas. I don't even know if I wished you Merry Christmas either. If I didn't, Merry Christmas as well, bro. The Usos are on top here, just beating down Kofi. How dare they? How dare they? Fully just putting the beating on Kofi now. Of course, former WWE champion himself. Put respect on that man's name. Former champ. WrestleMania. Beat Daniel Bryan. Come on now. Come on now. Big back body drop. Big back body drop. There is just a different pace. I know, like, it's one of those obvious things that people talk about to some extent, but, like, the differences between, say, WWE and anyone else, like AEW, for example. And there is just a different pace to it, you know what I mean? It's very weird, in a good way. Still buzzing with the result. Yeah, me too, bro. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you, me too. Like, the Ben Rama cross was out of this world. The Lanzini flipping goal in general was just unreal. Like, that Lanzini goal. And again, this is one of those things that I don't like saying because I think it's a bit of a cop-out. But you see that Lanzini goal scored by Messi and no one shuts up about it. That was insane. I'm looking forward to messaging all my friends and being very smug about how good that was. But yeah, apart from the squeaky bum time, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Usos just keeping the beat down on your boy Kofi some more. Oh, he did a little. Your boy's not there, mate. I love him so much. He's just the best commentator when he just screams the words "arse to face" with no shame. Pat McAfee, ladies and gentlemen, what a man. I don't like the day one font. It annoys me. Gets to me as a graphic person. It gets to me. I don't like it. Kofi with the reversal announced the chance to get the hot tag to King Woods. Both men looking to go for their tag team partners. Uso make the tag. Oh, that big super kick to Xavier. Off the apron you go, mate. Kofi staying in this ring and they're just going to keep the beat on. They're just going to keep the beat down. They're just going to keep the beat down. Pat McAfee is genuinely... I remember when Corey Graves was first coming through in NXT as a commentator. Obviously, he was a wrestler beforehand, and I remember that as well. But specifically when he was doing commentary, you're like, this kid's got something. He's pretty good. Pat McAfee just has this, like, level that Corey just never got to on the main roster. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact he's so unbelievably obnoxious. But he's just so good. He's just so good. He's just so good. He just starts screaming about nothing all of the time. Sounds a bit like me, to be fair. You got to be honest about it sometimes. You got to be honest about it sometimes. Big headbutt from Kofi. Looks like he might actually get some momentum here. Oh, big tornado DDT from the top. Beautiful stuff from Kofi there. To launch off to catch it in. Lovely. Love that. Love that. Great news about Jim Ross the other day. Yeah, it was. It was amazing to see him back as well. When he came out and he got an amazing reception on AEW Dynamite on Wednesday. And CM Punk, when he did his promo, felt the need to specifically call him out. So that was a beautiful thing. Because obviously, the greatest to ever do it. The greatest to ever do it. Like, he might not be the best to do it right now this second, but the greatest to have ever done it by such a... The sound of my childhood, you know what I mean? You talk about, like, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, like, by God, as God is my witness, he's broken in half. Like, the amount of calls that man has done that just live rent-free in my brain. Woods hitting the big drop kick on the bottom rope. Cheeky reversal on the backdrop. He's got some momentum. He's built up the pace. He's hit him. Ooh, love that. The head like scissors, like spinny thing into the Russian leg sweep. Ooh. Woods is just good, man. Woods is just good. Reels in Jimmy. He's looking for it. Oh, a big like fireman carry into a Falcon Arrow thing. I don't even know what that is. Two. Ooh, two count. I don't even know what that move is. And then, I don't know. But yeah, beautiful to hear about Jim Ross. That it literally lives rent-free in my mind, that guy. And not in a negative way. Like, the amount of things he said throughout his time on his planet that are just constantly there. Like, I'll be watching, like, I don't know, people bouncing off Antonio, and I'm just screaming, by God, like, it's just natural to me. Jimmy with a big uppercut on Xavier Woods. Goes up to the top rope. Oh! Corkscrew. 1, 2. Ooh, 2. Love that. Love that. A cheeky corkscrew. Shades of Jeff Hardy. Love that. Love that. Jimmy tags in Jay now. Woods all alone with both of the Usos waiting. Up they go for the flapjack into the Samoan drop. Love that. Love that. 1, 2, 2. What a move. I love a bit of tag team wrestling. The big push-up, pop-up flapjack into a court. Samoan drop. The alley-oos. Love that. Love that. Love that from them. The Usos are just so good, man. Everything they do is just so crisp. I used to really dislike them as well. Like, when they first came on the scene, I was like, these guys are not it. Now they're it. Now they're it. Woods, Jey Uso now just absolutely blapping each other with forearms. Woods put everything into that one. He went absolutely flying for him. Just trading big forearms. Xavier Woods went flying through him. What a boy. What a boy. Kofi up to the top rope off the tag from King Woods and a big crossbody. 1, 2. Cheeky 2 count. Cheeky 2 count. Kofi as well. This is just a match of underrated lads, isn't it? I mean, you could say that about most of WWE's events, to be fair. Woods now with the big clothesline. Hits a let us go as the New Day are trying to build some momentum here. Oh, big old boom drop, leg drop. Let's go. Let's go. The man with the weirdest chest in professional wrestling, Kofi Kingston. It's just separated. I've never understood it. Listen, I can't chat. I'm fat ass, but you know what I mean. Or super kick, tag to the Usos quickly. Big splash. This could be it. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Kofi survives. Big super kick. Big super kick from Jey Uso. Then straight to the tag to Jimmy. Up to the top rope. Hits him with the big splash. That one, the one where they put it full on arms back. You love to see it. 2 count. 2 count. He has some unbelievable lines. I'll never forget when saying something like, Ross, I'd like to see Kane walk outside the building and get a... Yes, for us. He's so good. Like, and he's been doing it for so long. And even now, right? So he's in AEW at the moment. And he's the lead commentator there. And he's not like... He's not what he once was. Don't get me wrong. He's still good, but he's not what he once was. But even now, he's still got some... He still just occasionally pulls out some unreal lines. Some unreal lines. Especially in like main events where you see he switches it on. Oh, he's good. He's so good. Jimmy. Jimmy went for the low block, the low chop on the knee of Kofi. He's now got him in a single leg Boston Crab. He's trying to bend him, break him. Kingston makes it to the bottom rope. And Uso's being the heel, of course, waiting for the 4 count. I've got till 5, ref. Come on. Wake up, mate. Wake up. But it wasn't even some of the lines, but his lines were always incredible. But it's even sometimes just the stank he put on stuff. You know what I mean? Someone hits a big move and he's just like, by God, and he has this like voice. He's like Mauro Ranallo is one of the other people who can do it really well. Who's in WWE for a while. He's obviously more known for doing boxing and MMA stuff. But he just has this like gravitas in his voice that you just need to have to be a top level guy. Oh, Kingston with a roll up. 1, 2. Out by Uso. Hits him with a second roll up. 2. Oh, I love that roll up. That's a bang one. And anybody SOS. 1, 2. Oh. New Day all of a sudden feeling like they could do this. King Woods has taken out the second Uso on the outside, and now it's just a single Uso against both of the New Day. Oh, I love that little cheeky double team spinny kick thing. I don't know how to describe it. I do know the name of it. It's gone out of my mind. The backbreaker into the leg drop to the double foot stomp. This could be it. 1, 2. New Day have big momentum right now. Big momentum. The double foot stomp backbreaker combination. Always good. Woods flying through the air. That would have been enough. That would have been enough to put away a lesser man. But this is one of the bloodline. This is an Uso. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. This is awesome chants from the crowd. Fully appreciating 2 absolute legends of tag teams. Tag made. Kingston goes up to the top. They were looking for the finisher. Can't quite find it. Usos reverse. Tag. Big super kick to Kofi. And now both of them are lining up for another. The double super kick to to Kofi. He was on the floor. And it looked like they were going for the pin, but no, they're going for more, bruv. They're going for more. He's in the middle of the ring. They're now going for the double splash. If they hit this, this is done. This is over. The double splash. The Usos are both up top. Kofi, motionless. Bang. It's done. It's done. 1, 2. Oh, Woods gets the kick out. Woods stops it. Kofi completely dead, and Xavier Woods, King Woods stops it at the last second. That was done. That was done and dusted. A big double splash from the Usos on your boy, Kofi Kingston. If Woods was not there, it was done and dusted. Not in his hometown. Not in his hometown. New Day rocks is the chant from the Something in Atlanta, Georgia. I can't remember the name of the arena. State Farm Arena. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Michael. Now both teams up on their feet. Big stare down, and now they're just trading blows. Punches all over the shop. One of the Usos goes flying. Kingston battering the other. Woods goes over the top trying to stop him. Can't. Maybe a cheeky Samoan drop. Jey Uso's got Kofi up looking for the Samoan drop. Tag. Kofi doesn't see it. Another huge super kick. They've just hit a 3D. A 3D from the Usos. 1, 2, 3. And it's done. It's done. The Usos win with a big 3D Dudley Boys in their prime on Kofi Kingston after a couple of super kicks. And they retain their WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. A beautiful 3D out of nowhere. You love to see it. You love to see it. And it's done. I'll take that. I called that. 1-0 to Charlie. Chalk it up. Chalk it up. 1 correct so far. Scenario. It's the Usos. Dun, 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 dun. Woods getting cleared out when he tried to jump, launch himself over the top rope onto Jimmy Uso. Gets super kicked in midair. And then Kofi in the ring. Doesn't see the tag. Gets super kicked for his measure. And then bang, out of nowhere. A 3D. And a 1, 2, 3. Day 1 starts with the down since day 1-ish boys. The Usos. We are the ones indeed. Mate, there you go. Opening bout. A good match. A good match. The Usos and the New Day putting it on. They're one of those tag team rivalries that you know at any point you could just put together and they'll just do bits. They'll just have a grand old time doing bits. They're one of those two. They're both incredibly good tag teams. Have been for a long time. Probably the best rivalry of both of their careers. The New Day and the Usos. Probably their best rivalries with each other. And it's unsurprising there that... unsurprising that you can they just constantly produce. Not their best match by any stretch of imagination, don't get me wrong, but it's still a very, very good match. Still a very, very good match. There we go, first match down. I'm interested whether they put an extra match on, obviously, given the fact that now Lesnar versus Reigns is off. I'd be interested to see if they add an extra match to the card. I suspect not, because maybe Lesnar versus Reigns might have been short, so I suspect not. But who knows? We'll see. We'll find out. And I really hope, I really, really hope that Big E retains his championship. Talking about the New Day, talking about Lesnar. It's a fatal 5-way. There's enough excuses here to find a way to have Brock Lesnar lose. To find a way for Brock Lesnar to lose. There's enough reasons to have it happen. Don't take it off my boy yet. He needs to hold it till Mania. It has to happen. I don't want him to lose. Jersey Gamer, good to see you. I hope you're well. Happy New Year. Who won the match? It was the Usos. Usos won it with a 3D. 3D on Kofi Kingston. Big super kick to Xavier Woods on the outside. He launched himself over the top to try and cross body. I think it was Jimmy on the outside of the ring. Jimmy catches him with a super kick. That clears him out. And then in the ring, Kofi doesn't see the tag, super kick, and then a 3D finish, is it? Done. And they retain their championship. They retain their championship. Jersey Gamer, who do you think is going to come away with the WWE Championship? Is it Big E? Is it Brock? Is it Kevin Owens? Is it Seth Rollins? Is it Bobby Lashley? Who do you think? Let me know. Let me know. In fact, I'll probably put a poll. Who can't away? Let me also take away that because I've just realised that's up there still. Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. Oh, you can't do 5. Fuming. No, I would change it. We change it. This is how we do it. That's how we change it. Radwan, good to see you. Hope you're well. He's saying Seth Rollins. That's a fair shout. Could you share screen? I cannot, because my channel will get deleted, and I've only just started it, and I don't want it to get deleted just yet. I've got some big plans for big content, so subscribe if you haven't already, and I don't want to get it deleted off the bat just yet. It would be a thing. But there's definitely places you can find it online, Radwan. I'll say that much to you. There's definitely places you can find it online. Selly, my boy. Good to see you. Happy New Year, Sally. Merry Christmas. I don't think I wished you Merry Christmas. I can't remember. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, bro. I hope you're all good. Great opening match. WWE letting his hometown wrestlers win. I know. Mind-blowing. I don't know how that's possible. It doesn't feel possible. It doesn't feel right somehow. WWE don't never do that. And it still doesn't. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Good showing, but it's never going to happen. I don't know why I think it's their idea is like the heels get more heat. I don't know. But I hope you're well, bro. Migos are here to triplet wrap their way to a WWE Championship, one hopes. Coming in with the WWE. No, wait, hang on. Wrestling. That's triple time, but I can't. WWE feels like it should work, but it doesn't, and I'm just gonna give up on that. I'm just gonna pretend that I nailed it. Yes. Feels weird, Migos being involved with WWE. It just feels odd to me. I don't know. Like, I'm used to their like music. I'm used to music that WWE gets not being Migos level big. I don't know. It's odd to me. Can't get deleted now. The channel is too. Wait, hang on. Let me move that away. The channel is too young. Good to see you too, mate. Shout out to the Massive Eyes. We're massive, bruv. Come on. We're massive. And yeah, this card is going to be great. Yeah, it's decent. It's a decent card, to be fair. It's a very decent card. For day one of all things as well. For day one, they've just come out big. Big fatal 5-way match. Becky's match looks decent. Some decent tag team matches. Love that. Happy Corbin and flipping Madcap Moss. It's a thing, Selly. I'll say that much. It is a thing. Oh, Lucas is here, my brother. Hello, how are you? How was everything with Peach? I had to leave to get ready for this. How was it? Hope you had a good time. And Sally, how did you feel about the match? Me and Lucas have spoke about already. How much? How did you feel about the West Ham one? I should be clear, the West Ham one. How did you feel about it? I had a grand old time. Ben Rama doing bits. Ben Rama doing absolute bits. So here we go. Madcap's got on mic, and so has Happy Corbin. The thing is, right, with Corbin's one of those guys who just has nothing. Like, I feel like could have been. I don't know. It's just something that's just never quite worked for him. And this, I enjoyed at the beginning when it was like the sort of I'm broke, I don't know what's going on kind of stuff. I enjoyed that bit. Now I just can't be arsed with it. Now I can't be arsed with it. Madcap, I think, kind of works in a weird way. But mainly because I've never seen him do anything else of like massive note. He's seen him in NXT tag teams. I've seen him do one or two things on the main roster. But him just being this weird guy kind of works-ish. It's not great. Also, Madcap Moss. What a terrible name. They're doing a bit at the moment, and it's not a good bit. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a good bit. It's not a good bit. There we go. Accidentally opening Discord. Didn't mean to do that at all. Yeah, it is a thing for sure. I do hope Liv wins. Good time for her to get some shine. Yeah, I don't want to see Becky lose, but I do think it's the right time for Liv. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's the right time for Becky, to lose, I don't know, but I do think it's the right time for Liv. And there's still more than enough time. I mean, you've got the Rumble, you've got at least 3 pay-per-views before Mania for Becky to win it back, which would make sense because I think she's probably going to be champ at Mania. So realistically, it should happen. This match should just be a battering. This match should 100% just be Drew running through, just absolutely bulldozing Liv. I don't know if it will be. Not Liv, sorry. Madcap Moss. I don't know if it will be, but it should. He should absolutely just do him in. Again, I'm scared it won't be though. Love that from Michael Cole. They're doing a thing about how funny Madcap is, and they're like, "Oh, and Madcap's coming across and saying how funny he is," says Pat McAfee, to which Michael Cole goes, "You know, DraftKings is a thing that you can use." Subtle, my G. Subtle. Yeah, I can see the value in Happy Corbin, just weird. I just can't get used to it. Yeah, me too. The thing is, his heel thing, his big heel shtick was good, but it never quite hit the heights it should have. You know? It wasn't bad though, but I looked at it and I was like, there's something that could be got at from this, but it never quite fully hit those heights. It never quite fully blossomed into what it could have been. But yeah. I don't know. Now he's running about in a hat talking about how he's rich and he's got a mate called Madcap. All right, Vince. Anyway, Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. The very same, about to kick off. The bell rings and the boys go at it. Big lock up. I tell you what, Drew is huge, by the way. You look at him, you're like, he's a big guy, but obviously WWE is the land of giants, so he doesn't sometimes like against Madcap. Moss is a pretty big guy, but I've seen and met Drew. I didn't meet him in person. I was this close to him and I said hello, but I didn't end up speaking to him properly. And I've seen him at many wrestling shows when he was between WWE runs, where he was just in the UK, and I saw him at quite a few. He's bloody massive. He is huge. He's one of just the biggest people, because that was when he first started putting on muscle in a big way as well. He was just bloody massive. The only person I've seen who was physically taller, I guess, was Big Cass. I saw Big Cass at NXT TakeOver London, and he was just toweringly large. But he's up there. Drew is up there. He's obviously not 7 foot. He's 6. I think he's 6'4" or something like that. I might be wrong. I'd have to double check that. But he's a big dude. Drew is a unit, almost as big as West Ham. Almost. But importantly, not quite. Not quite. Isn't that right, Danny? He says that's right. He says West Ham are massive. Who knew? Drew just lobbing Madcap about here. Just throws him directly into the turnbuckle. He's like, "You are mine. I am battering you." This is the match which, I think should go short, but because Reigns and Lesnar isn't happening anymore, maybe it'll be forced to go longer. I mean, that's probably why they had that little promo segment at the beginning where Madcap and Corbin are just yapping. But we'll see. So far, it's all Drew McIntyre. So far, it could not be more Drew McIntyre if it tried. It's basically just McIntyre going, "You see Madcap, he's mine now." Chop, throws. It's big. Danny with the smart ideas. He's just an intelligent guy. You know? Just an inspiration in life. Just forever by my side, I hope. I feel. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, Madcap just thrown across the outside of the ring. He tried to surprise Drew from behind. No, says Drew. Knows he's coming, spins around and just absolutely launches him with one of those belly-to-belly overhead suplex throw things. And now Happy Corbin with the sad distraction on Drew. And now Madcap, shoulder first into the ring post goes Drew McIntyre. Madcap from the inside the ring to the outside throws him out. Allow throwing someone that far and that hard, like, especially he's a big lad. Which match are you most excited for? It's hard to look past that main event. It's hard to look past the Biggie, Lesnar, Lashley, Rollins, Owens match, but I was pretty excited for the Usos New Day just because they're good lads and they will always produce like a good match. And then Edge, Miz, and Becky and Liv are probably the ones. I've named every single match there apart from this and the R. Craig Bro match. I appreciate, but I like the Street Profits. It could be time. Maybe a little bit of will they, won't they with Orton and Riddle to break them up. Street Profits win? I don't know. But it has to be the main event, doesn't it? Really. Has to be the main event, really. And then after that, I'm most interested in the result of Lynch versus Morgan. Just because I think it sets up a lot. Well, it sets up potentially the entire women's division for an entire thing. Whereas obviously there's tons of other men's matches. So we'll see. What about you, Sally? What are you saying? What are you saying? Riddick just slapping Drew about the head now. And now he's on top. Classic overconfident heel maneuvers, shenanigans. He's on top of him. He's just making him pay, doing a lot of this. Yeah. Stuff that can only go wrong, you know? Pat McAfee just dropped a nobody cares about Happy Corbin. Bit too real, Pat. Bit too real. Big knee from Moss. Lobs McIntyre into the ring. Oh my Jesus, that didn't look fun. Moss went for a big old shoulder charge into the corner, of which McIntyre skips, and instead of the usual roll up straight into the ring post like we saw in the pre-show, man just full on went shoulder charged into a ring, like into the turnbuckle. That does not look fun at all. That looks painful, af. Couldn't imagine wrestling in a whole suit either. Yeah, me neither. A mate of mine was training to become a wrestler, and he was talking about just like how difficult it is, and like how like they spoke about like in training like what to wear and stuff, and how just like the idea of like wrestling in a suit just seems insane. Not necessarily a suit, but that kind of stuff. Big kip up from Drew, which is always impressive to me. And it's like there's people who do it in like different types of shoes, like trainers. Kind of make like wrestling boots make sense because that's what they're designed for, right? But then you got like trainers, like Madcap's in like flats. I think they're flats. I might be wrong. They might actually be wrestling shoes just painted weirdly, but they look like flats to me. And again, it's just like, what are you doing, bro? There's no ankle support. Still. Oh, McIntyre with a big pop-up spine buster. 1, 2, kick out. They're just shoes. They're just shoes. Then again, who was it? Rusev. When Rusev was in WWE back in the day, and he used to wrestle with shoeless. Bruv, what are you doing to your feet? McIntyre hits some big old chops on Moss. Oh, Moss. Do you know what? Fair play, Madcap Moss. 1, 2. Drew, full pace, goes for a crossbody run, like splash thing. Madcap just catches him. He looks like he's about to fall over. Manages to just continue to muscle him up with a little bit of the helps of the ropes. And then hits a fall away slam. Fair play. Does very well. The Usos and Air Force Ones couldn't be me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that, bro. Exactly that. Could not be me whatsoever. Never, ever, ever be me. But then again, I don't know. I was about to say I run in my shoes, but I don't run at all. That's a complete lie. We both know that's a complete lie. Moss with a second 2 kick out after a big DDT from your boy Drew. Happy Corbin clapping on his boy Madcap. I cannot imagine for the life of me Madcap Moss winning this. It's felt like recently that they've been trying to sort of get a bit of momentum back with Drew. Not that he's lost it particularly, but just giving him some wins, building him up to something. A big match at Mania, whoever it be against. Right? Because they don't tend to... I don't know, it's just felt a little bit like that. But the worst thing is I could 100% see him losing to Madcap here. He shouldn't. And all logic dictates that he definitely won't. But it's the sort of mad thing that WWE would do. He'll win. Corbin somehow involved, you know what I mean? Running, never matter. Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. Oh, McIntyre with the, as per usual, I'm upside down and then I can't grab you and then I throw you again on the ropes, which is always impressive, but very predictable. But always impressive, to be fair to the guy. He's looking for the Claymore. 3, 2, 1. One of the dumbest things you can do before a finisher, and that's why. Big reversal from Big Riddick. Claymore for good measure anyway. It's done. It's over. Happy Corbin knows. We know it. 1, 2. Done. 2. Mark it up. 2 correct predictions for Charlie so far, although this one was very easy. And it is Drew McIntyre with the Claymore. There was a moment there where Riddick managed to... Madcap managed to get the reversal. He hits Drew with the big boot. And then Drew, off the ropes, ducks underneath, hits the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. It's done. He's so big. He's just built like a big old guy, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's such a Vince dude. He's bloody massive. And now he points at Baron Corbin, at Happy Corbin, in what can only be described as a match not many people want to see. Still. Oh, I was just showing the replays of the match here. That shoulder charge into the turnbuckle just looked painful as all hell, didn't it? Like, it just does not look comfortable. It's not something I would ever do. I've got to step away. I'll be back after the next match. Appreciate it. Bro, you don't have to. Appreciate you coming, Sally. Happy New Year and all that. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. That shoulder charge, it just looks awkward. Ugh. Like, into the turnbuckle, kind of... I can see how you can survive that, because you're not really... I don't think you're fully going into the post. But into a turnbuckle, you're just hitting the turnbuckle. Stress. Anyway... I've got Subway cookies, so that's my life. That's what I'm about to go to town on. As we get an advert for the WWE shop. So the poll so far, I put a poll up, which you're more than welcome to vote on if you want, by the way. Who will comes away with WWE Champion, Big E, Lesnar, or other? I put other because you can't apparently put 5 options in YouTube votes, which I didn't know. You can only put 4. And so far, Lesnar, unsurprisingly, has 40%. Other has 40%, which is interesting. And Big E has 20%. Interesting. A rainbow Subway cookie there. It's just Smarties and a cookie. It's very good, though. It's very good, though. You know? Just good stuff. It's just good stuff. We're getting an advert for Peacock now. I mean... It's weird because obviously in the UK we still have the WWE Network, and so they're actively advertising something we can't get. Although I do think Peacock has launched in the UK now. I'm not sure, but I think it may have, which is why they're talking about it. It's a Kevin Owens backstage interview now. What a man. He's been asked what he makes of Brock Lesnar being added to the championship match. He's not happy, shockingly. He says it should have been him, Big E, and Seth Rollins. And if it wasn't bad enough that Lashley got edited in, now Brock Lesnar is even worse. He says it's no longer about him and Seth working together to try and just fight for what they want, which is the WWE Championship. And now Brock Lesnar's in the mix. It's about taking him out. Okay, real quick, Kevin Owens underrated man on the mic. He's incredible on the mic. He's so good at everything, Kevin. Kevin's just really good at everything. He's legitimately like one of my top 5 wrestlers of all time, I think. Like, he's incredible in ring. He does like every style. Like, I think about his normal matches, they're great. I think about his ladder matches, they're great. That one he had with Roman Reigns during the pandemic era was like one of my favorite pandemic matches. On the mic, he's brilliant. He does not even if he's in first language. English not even his first language. He's just a great lad. He's just a great lad. And if you were going to come back for anything, it would say that it's his. Is an important thing, Sally. Is an important thing. I appreciate that. I'm going back to my cookie now. Now I've enjoyed that. He is a superb wrestler too. He is just like... He's just everything. He's just so good. It's no surprise that he ended up staying, and WWE probably paid him all the money to stay, because he is just... He's top tier. He really is. He really is. I'm excited to see whatever he ends up doing at Mania, because I have no idea. And whatever it'll be will be great. Will be great. We're seeing the build-up of Seth Rollins here. A little cheeky promo talking about him in NXT and everything else. Mate, Kevin Owens in NXT with the power bombs on the aprons and just destroying people. Oh, he's just a good lad. He's just a good lad. There've been a couple of these weird like build-up things for the main event. Well, not weird to be fair, but just little promo videos for the competitors in the main event. It's interesting. You'd probably put those as like the big names as well. Rollins, Lashley, Owens, Big E, and Lesnar. You're probably like, these are like the top guys. So it makes sense that you want to build them up, especially if anyone's new. Especially if anyone's new watching. These are like some of the best, the very best of the best. This promo is weird as well, because there's been a lot of times where you're like, okay, that's the end, because they have like a crescendo of him winning something, and then they just carry on, which I guess makes sense, but it is a bit mad. Tis a bit mad. Cookie number 2. I'm just demolishing these now. That's what's happening. They're giving me adverts. I'm eating cookies, you know what I mean? Here come the Street Profits. We want the smoke, baby. Let's go. Was that Mark Andrews in the front row? It looked a bit like him. I don't think it was, but the UK wrestler Mark Andrew, who wrestles for NXT UK. Not convinced, but it looks a bit like him. Corey needs to get rid of that mustache, doesn't he? It's not good, Corey. It's not good. Whoever told you it was lying. It's not good, Corey. Stop it. Stop it. This is just a side note. I really don't like WWE's current stage. I think it lacks any character whatsoever. Like, it's good in that it's big and it's bright and it's obviously very expensive, but it just lacks. It just lacks anything. And here come the champs. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. RK Bro. With one of the lesser spotted things in WWE when you get your singles ones, they come together and have that little sort of combo theme. And I'll be real with you. It's not good. It's not good, but it is what it is. And out with them, it's Migos. Here they come. I think they're Georgian, aren't they? They're from Georgia, aren't they? I think they are. I should know this. This is the sort of thing I should know and I don't. And that's kind of embarrassing to some extent. But there we go. Migos are here, ladies and gentlemen. Get hyped. RK Bro versus Street. Is that how you spell street? It looks weird to me for some reason. Let's just say yes. That looks a bit odd, doesn't it? I'm just not super keen on. I don't mind. Look, RK Bro, they've changed my mind somewhat. I think it has worked out eventually. But I'm still not, like, super keen on it. I'm still not super keen on it. Like, it's fine. Like, their sort of, like, serious, silly dynamic kind of works. And, like, it's something for Matt Riddle to do. When for a long time he just hasn't, well... On main roster, I thought he was fully just going to get lost in the shuffle. So it's at least something for him to do. But I'm not saying I don't rate it entirely. It just doesn't quite snap for me. But it has to be RK Bro, right? Like, Street Profits, it might be an interesting time for them to take the titles, to be fair. Like, I really like the Street Profits in general. I think they're really good. But is there a possibility of them doing this? I can't see them, especially when they come out with Migos. It's the whole thing. Unless Migos were to turn in the ultimate twist, what a movement that would be. Anyway, I'm still just fiddling with this, seeing where it should go. That's probably looking the best, I guess. Well, do you know what, Charlie? Just stick with that. I don't know why you're still doing it. There we go. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We've got plenty more watch-alongs coming your way, as well as other wrestling videos. So make sure to get involved if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that like button, all that good stuff. And as the match gets underway between two babyface tag teams, it's the Street Profits versus RK Bro. Like I say, I like the Street Profits. I think they're decent. I think they're one of the teams in NXT where I was like, I think this could work on a main roster, and it's shown it has. Montez Ford, I think most people look at as being a breakout star whenever it does happen. I love him. But I just can't see this. I can't see anything but RK Bro in this one. Montez Ford hitting a couple of press ups before covering. Maybe a little bit too confident there. Although that's their entire shtick. Riddle is this person 100% of the time. I feel, yeah, a little bit. And he's been doing it for years. Again, another guy who wrestled like a lot on the UK independents that I used to watch religiously before COVID, and he was always around. And yeah, no, he seems to be exactly this guy all of the time. like when you go to I don't know if this is the same in American independent shows. I suspect it is, but specifically in UK independent shows, when you go, like, most of the wrestlers will be out at halftime and at the interval. and sell merch, autographs, all that sort of stuff. And he just seemed to always be this. Maybe not with the scooter and that, I think that's a bit much, but like he always seemed to be just this kind of guy. Oh, a nice big spinning back elbow there from Angelo Dawkins, who then hits the Randy Orton stance. Street Profits are getting a bit swaggy and a bit confident on the boys here, stepping to him in a big way. I like it. Oh, Orton went for an RKO out of nowhere. He points at Dawkins, who pushed him off as if to say close. Look how close that was. This match is very much two tag teams trying to impress Migos. Like, every time one of them does something, like, they'll punch the other and then they'll turn around to Migos and go, oh, just like me and Danny, they'll turn around and be like, did you see that, mate? Did you see that? You know what I mean? Every single time. Now Montez flips his way into the ring and then... I'm not going to do it. I can't. I just haven't got the... ability, but... Another guy who needs to just get rid of that facial hair. Randy Orton just... It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. It's like Corey's. I don't like it. I'm not keen. I'm not keen. And a big chop by Montez to Randy in the corner. And then holds his own chest. A bit too much show off. A bit too much show off there. Just ends up with an eye poke from Orton. Riddle, another guy who wrestles without shoes. Again, what are you doing? He doesn't even have knee pads or elbow pads as well. That's another thing I've always thought. Like, elbow pads, I can see why you just don't do elbow moves, right? But knee pads seem to be like a big thing. And my man just out, no shoes, no elbow pads, no knee pads. What a nice spinning, flippy thing. I don't know what you call it. Again, it's one of those moves I know the name of, but not off the top of my head. Assisted by Orton, flips him up over into a 2 count. And then a tag into Angelo Dawkins from Montez Ford. And that's just the big one out of the two. Just powering Riddle. A nice reversal and then just big kicks from Riddle. Off the ropes. Hits him in the elbow. Still in the corner. Off the ropes. Goes for a second one. Ducks out of the way. Does Angelo Dawkins. Under. Hits him looking for the backslide pin. Can't quite find him. Into a double underhook. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Little sort of double underhook. Suplex. Tingy-majig. Love that. Love that. Crisp AF. Crisp AF. Now Montez with the somersault senton thing over the top rope. You love to see it. The slingshot. Shades of Eddie Guerrero. It's a beautiful move. I always love seeing it. I can't lie to you. And now just a big old hug from Montez onto Matt Riddle. Looking to try and get that tag to Randy Orton. Can't. But a sunset flip looking for a pin. Can't. And Montez just boots Riddle. Oh, and then an absolutely pitch perfect standing moonsault. And then off the ropes a standing frog splash. 1, 2. Randy comes in and just... He stops any hint of that. No, says Randy. No, not having it. Not having it. You know what I mean? Angelo Dawkins gets tagged in and just absolutely paps Riddle with one. Double headbands always been weird to me. Will always remain weird to me from Angelo Dawkins. I've never understood why he does it. Is it a thing? I might just be uncultured. That's probably true. But it always looked weird for me, and they always end up flying off. 2 count once more from Angelo Dawkins just after laying blows into Matt Riddle. This is a guy who did UFC. This is a guy who was fought in a cage for money. You think a couple of punches and forearms like that are going to get a 3 count off this guy? Nah, fam. Not happening. Oh, a nice big standing twisty splash. Just a pirouette splash into the corner. And Dawkins and Montez here just maintaining control over Riddle in the corner, in their corner. Just stomping a mud hole in him as if Stone Cold were here himself. Big stomps. Orton on the side trying to call him on, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening as of yet. Now a one count cover from Angelo on Riddle, who's trying to fire up. He's trying to get to Randy Orton for that hot tag, who's really looks like he's pouting with that mustache on, and I don't like it. Riddle can't quite reach it. Big single leg takedown from Dawkins. Riddle pushes him off, hits it with a point. Pele kick. And there we go. It's a Pele kick. Both men down. This is the opportunity to get Riddle in. This is the opportunity for Riddle to get Orton in. He comes across. Here comes the hot tag. Dawkins makes it, as does Orton. And here we go. Orton. Big clothesline on Montez Ford. A second one just for good measure. He's running wild. Knocks Dawkins off. Ducks. And then one of the best power slams you're ever going to see. One of the best power slams you're ever going to see in pro wrestling, that Randy Orton. That second one even was a little bit more wild than the Montez one. Still looked harsh. Him and Dustin Rhodes / Goldust, they are the boys with the power slams. You can't tell me anyone else has one close to it. They're just good. And now both of the Street Profits are outside the ring. I'm going to say it for them. This is going to be vintage Orton. Here we go. Both of them hooked in. Both of them hooked in, looking for the DDT. Migos, look at it. Vintage Orton. A double ring-assisted DDT off the middle ropes. And now Orton's he's hyping up the crowd. He's psyched up. He drops down. He starts doing this nonsense. He wants them. He wants them. He's looking to do what can only be described as an RKO for RK Bro. No, roll up Montez with 2. It's a 2 count. And then a big insecurity. Montez has such a jump on him, doesn't he? Riddle tries to jump in. Gets caught. A beautiful suplex from Angelo Dawkins on Matt Riddle. Tries to capitalize. Sprints into the corner. He's over the top rope by Riddle. And a big knee sends Dawkins crashing to the outside of the ring. And he flips himself. Jumps over the top rope. Big, just PK. Just a big kick. Oh! And he crash lands. Montez kicks him. And now Montez with a big reversal on Randy Orton. And his shoulder first into the ring post from inside the ring. That's your classic one. That's the one that doesn't look like it hurts as much. Montez over the top of the corner. It's a beautiful move. It is a beautiful move. You can't act like it isn't. I've seen some people do it before and it's never not impressive to me. Montez with both of RK Bro standing outside the ring by the corner of the ring outside, runs from one pillar to one post to another, and then does a big tope suicida. No, tope conhilo over the turnbuckle to the outside. It's never not impressive to me. He takes Randy Orton in. He's trying to capitalize on the legal man, but he can't. They're on the top rope. Orton has him locked in a headlock. He's looking to try and do a big old ting. Some big blows here from Montez. Gets Orton rocking. Top rope. Orton goes down. This is a good opportunity for Montez, who could hit a frog splash here. Oh, it's close. It's close. Oh, that's a beautiful RKO. Riddle pops him up. And Randy hits him with the RKO. 2, 3. It's done. It's over. RK Bro retain. Unsurprisingly, I'll be honest with you. That was a beautiful tag team finish. The pop-up Riddle into the RKO from Randy Orton, and they maintain that's 3 for your boy. I'm gonna run out of fingers soon, but that is a three correct predictions for your boy. Ramit, Liv Morgan and Ruby Soho share their tweets last night. I haven't seen any of their tweets. I don't follow either of them on Twitter, but I know there's been a lot of drama in the last couple of days on wrestling Twitter, Ramit. Good to see you. Subscribe, like the video if you're new. Get involved. But yeah, I didn't see their tweets, but I can. There's been a lot of drama. Liv, of course, will be in action soon against Becky, trying to attempt to win the championship. But RK Bro, unsurprisingly, with their friends, the Migos, who they definitely know and are friends with. Randy Orton loves Migos, I've heard. Get the win with a big assisted RKO. Oh, he's so nice. And Montez is the guy to do it for. That guy's got jumping height. That guy just launches up into the air. Do you know what I mean? It just works. And RK Bro, come away champions once more. And in come the Street Profits for a post-match moment here. They're all faces here, so unless we're going to see a cheeky turn, they're all goodies. Unless we see a cheeky turn. Migos are in though, so you suspect not. Just a respectful handshake between the Street Profits and RK Bro. Much to the amusement and pleasure of the Migos. Who again, I've heard definitely WWE and Vince McMahon knows who they are and loves them. Handshakes all around. RK Bro lift up the championships. And there we go. And the Migos hitting a shout out to the Migos. I'm gonna keep saying that in the most out of touch way possible. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. Another segment there going on for quite a long time. Feeling like they're probably trying to stretch it out after the after Reigns is done. And Drew's now getting a backstage interview. Drew's now been asked whether his sights are now set on Corbin after his beatdown of Madcap. Drew talks about how good Atlanta is. They love it, unsurprisingly. Drew just buries the jokes of Corbin, unsurprisingly. Well, Madcap. Oh, and out of nowhere, Corbin is attacked. Madcap and Corbin are just all over Drew McIntyre right now, who fights off Corbin. And a big headbutt to Madcap knocks him down. But Corbin, not to be bettered, comes in with a steel chair. And then a huge shot across the back with the chair. Madcap mounts and starts pummeling McIntyre. Madcap mounts McIntyre. Oh, look at that. Beautiful stuff. And now puts the chair around a prone McIntyre's neck. Corbin now with some piece of set, some big things, lifts it up and smacks it round the chair, of which was wrapped around McIntyre's neck. What a prick. What an absolute dickhead. Get in the bin, bruv. How dare you? Get out of it. And off they storm as medics are called upon, and Adam Pearce screaming for medics. And it's done. There we go. We now get an advert for the Royal Rumble. There you go. It's clearly not over. Again, the match that we called out after that I don't think anyone really wants to see. Guess what? We're gonna see it. It's your boy Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. They're gonna go at it at some point. Happy and Drew are gonna go at it. Sure. What can you do? It's just life is what it is. Life is what it is. Little backstage brawl, ending with some set on some face. I don't know what's going on, but I've just come to say hi to Delta. Hang on. He can't. He's blind, bless. He needs to get involved so he can see your message. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Controversial words from Danny DeVito there. He said, first of all, I'll translate for him because I missed a translate. He said hello. There we go. He said hello, but then he also said he couldn't believe a northerner. I don't know. You can tell me what he means by that, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're seeing a little thing for Bianca Belair. When we see this Bianca Belair little promo, we're going in. It's Rainbow Cookie from Subway number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't care who knows it. I don't care who knows it. Bianca Belair is one of the best examples of WWE produced talent. Like, for some reason, and I don't know why, WWE are really, really good, compared to anyone else, at producing some of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Right, some absolutely brilliant women's wrestlers. But when it comes to the men, they're cookie cutter, and I don't understand it. But the women are brilliant, and Bianca Belair is a great example. She never wrestled previously, at least not in the indies or anything like that, not as far as I'm aware. Started in WWE once she graduated, and bang, wins the title of Mania. She's great. She's great. Rainbow Cocky, look at that. Rainbow Cocky, Rainbow Cookie, look at that. It's beautiful. It's my third one. I'm having a grand old time. It's the last one, but am I eating them all at once? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How are you, by the way? I hope you're well. We've barely spoken today, so I hope you're good. Oh, we're getting an interview of Brock. Kayla knocked on the door. Out he stepped, looking like a farmer. Oh, he's grabbed the mic and he's gone for it. Oh, and he's doing his own intro. He does his own Paul Heyman intro of himself and then says he does what he wants to do because he's a free agent thanks to his advocate Paul Heyman. He says tonight he's going to go to the ring and walk out as WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world. And he looks, again, I cannot stress this, like a farmer. And he says that, my folks, is a spoiler. He's doing his own bit. Brock is more charismatic than he gets credit for because he never does his own promos. But he's more charismatic than he gets credit for. But he does, and again, I cannot stress this, look like a farmer. And that does raise some issues. It does raise some issues in that when he wrestles, I'm like, that is a farmer. And take it from someone who has seen farmers in real life. He looks like a farmer. Once I finish, I've got a back. I'm working on a back. This is purely for Sally and Rebecca because backstage stuff. But I'm working on a thing, a new setup. Rebecca, I've mentioned it to you before. But I'm working on a new setup. He's gonna have a permanent place, but until then, I keep getting very concerned. I'm gonna knock him over, and it's very scary. No idea what's happening, but I'm just enjoying. Well, thank you very much. Not much right now. Not much right now. They're just sort of, they're talking. They're just having a little talk, you know, as they get ready for the next match, which I believe is Edge versus The Miz. Edge versus The Miz. No, that's not where you put that one, Charlie. That's not where you put that one. The Miz. Miz versus Edge is quite a cool match. I don't think it's going to pull up any trees. Miz has never been someone who's going to destroy everything all of the time in wrestling. He's not a work rate guy, but he does do decent matches. And Edge is he's bloody Edge, isn't he? So this probably should be a decent match here. Rock on the mic can be fun. He can be. I'm not saying he is every single time, but I feel like when I talk to most people about him, they don't like him. Well, they just don't rate him on the mic because he just never does his own promos. And it makes sense. He's not like unreal. Like when you look at the best of the best on the mic, he's not that. But I think maybe it's partly because he is so like. It could be partly because he is just so unexpected to talk like that a lot of the time, that when he comes in and is just quite fun, I always like it. You know what I mean? The stuff with the boombox, remember that a couple of years ago? He just decided to dance around with the boombox. It's stuff like that where I like him. The Edge has the best entrance music of anyone right now. Danny D agrees. Danny D, he loves it. He bloody loves it. He loves a bit of Metalingus, does Danny. Adores it. He obsesses over it, if anything. It's a bit weird. Listens to it at night. Sometimes I wake up and he's just listening to Metalingus like non-stop. It happens. Do you know what I mean? It happens. But you know, you love it. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Borum, hello. How are you, sir? Hope you're good. I've sorted everything, by the way. 5 o'clock's definite. I've spoken to the guests tomorrow. 5 p.m. is sorted. We're all good. We're all good. Sorry, I've hurt my finger. Let me go with that. I've been doing this all day. I've been doing that all day on camera. The watch along earlier, constantly just flipping, showing that I've got a plaster like a child to their mum. Like, look at my plaster. That's what I meant to do. How did I forget the wedding bit happened? It was only like the other week. I genuinely... How did I forget that this happened? I don't know, but I did. I did. We're looking at the wedding vow removal. We're looking at the build-up to Edgemas. Hello, Ed. How are you, bro? Hope you're well. Merry Christmas and all that. Happy New Year. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Are you looking forward to the Leeds match? I think it's the right time, but I'm a bit scared. I can't lie to you. I do think it's the right time, but I'm a bit concerned about it. But I hope you're well, bro. No idea what's happened because I don't watch weekly WWE because it's shut. I mean, look, you raise a fair point, Ed. I can't lie to you. I don't tend to watch... I watch them most of the time, but most of the time I watch them late and in the background. I'm probably going to start doing videos and watch-alongs about them, so that will help because there's a reason for doing it. But usually it ends up being on in the background when I'm just doing other stuff. AEW I watch live, like... focused in every week, but WWE is just all over the shop. Am I looking forward to it? No. Am I looking forward to being back at Ellen Rowe on the piss with my mates? Fucking hell yeah. Big place. I respect that. I do respect that. This match will be great, honestly. I think it will as well. Miz coming out first with Maurice. Miz and Mrs. Just having their little... Miz, again, he's just underrated. He's just good. I legit just watched the pay-per-views. Superb this being on a Saturday. It is quite nice it being on a Saturday. I will say that. I couldn't get my head around it at first. I was like, I didn't put two and two together when it said the first. My brain just hadn't put it together. And you know what I'm like? I work at the weekends anyway, so like what day is what? It's just all blurs into one. But yeah, once I realised it was a Saturday, that did make it quite nice. It means I don't have to waste my Sunday with football and or wrestling, either of them. I can just do whatever I want, which will inevitably mean more work. I have realised that, but still. Maurice and Miz doing their classic thing. Miz's theme song's underrated. It's alright. I'm not saying it's a banger. It's not an all-time classic, but I came to play. Not bad. The people want a Ray and Charlie wrestling show. Ray, I have an idea for you. I've got something planned, but I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Ray, would you be up? I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. All I'm saying is I was going to ask you something. We'll talk about it tomorrow. After 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer, the Hammer's Chat Patreon exclusive podcast. Yes, patreon.com/Hammer's Chat. Everyone go look. First of the month, get involved. Come on, Ray. Let's keep plugging it everywhere. It doesn't benefit us, but let's just keep plugging it everywhere. I believe a congrats is in order to Rebecca. It is 100%. I know you probably all have done it now. Ed might have been the only one. And if there's any randos in the chat, first of all, subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell notification, get involved. Oh, we're getting a cheeky Brood entrance from Edge. We'll come back to this. Are we getting a rise through the stage? I think we are. Are we getting a full Brood entrance? I'm hearing the... Mate, talk about theme songs. Let's just pump this one. Oh, it's one of the best theme songs in history. You cannot tell me it isn't. It's so good. The rise through the flames. The just unbelievably 90s energy. Oh. Just so you know, Rebecca, you belong anywhere you want to be. Love you too. Speak to you later. I'll message you in a bit. But thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And thank you for staying for all of 2 seconds. I appreciate it. It's longer than you needed to. Oh, are we getting a transition into Metalingus? It's just big. It's just big. By the way, I was going to say, if there's any randos in here, congratulate Rebecca. I know there's not, but if there is, just say, even if you don't know why, just say congratulations. Metalingus. Behind. On this day. I see clearly. Oh. It just goes. It just... Oh. Would Edge be a main event without this theme song? The answer is, of course, yes. But it just is so good. The Brood and character is incredible. Yeah, the Brood entrance and the character. Brood, man. What flipping... Just... Ugh. The Brood is an underrated theme song. The Brood theme is a screamer, and I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, he doesn't do it every time, Ed Dorian. He doesn't do it every time. Big Let's Go Edge chants from the Atlanta crowd as Miz and the Edge get underway. Lock up early doors. Collar and elbow. Lots of this. What would you do if instead of the watch along, I did like an act along? Or like a wrestle along? Where I spent the entire thing doing exactly what this. She's got him in a headlock like this. And then throws him into the thing. And then, Miz goes down. And Edge runs across the ropes. He runs. Bounces off the other one. Under, over, up. Oh. Do you know what I mean? What if? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he doesn't do it every time is what I'm saying. He doesn't do it every time. Like, I'm fairly confident he won't do it. Well, he might do it at Rumble. He might do it at Rumble, might he? I don't know. We'll see what he does at Rumble, I guess, in terms of what his match will be. I've got no clue. But he might do. Who knows? He did it against Rollins. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If we plug more, we might get a bigger package next Christmas. Well, you know, Ray. It is what it is. I don't know about you, but where is it? What's over there? I dropped it. But my stress thing. My little PlayStation stress controller. Which is almost already destroyed because I've been mangling it like nobody's business. Brood after every opponent on a go-home show. Let's just keep doing it. Let's just bathe everyone in Brood blood. WWE finding an excuse to have his opponent wear a white suit in a go-home show. Yeah, weddings, fancy Italian restaurants, do you wear them for christenings? I don't know. I'm not English. I'm not Christian. I am English. I'm not Christian. I feel like people might wear a suit in Greece, maybe. If you're from Greece, let me know. If you've been to Greece, let me know. I know Rebecca's probably been to Greece, but she's gone now, so we can't ask Rebecca. But Greece, maybe I feel like they might wear white suits. Who knows? Even if it's Brock Lesnar, you got to find a Bruce Barden white suit. Listen, he's rocking up as a farmer now, so who knows? He could wear anything he wants. He could rock up looking like that Liverpool FA Cup team if he wants to, with the white suit if he wants to. He's dressed like a farmer. He could do anything now. If we were to set up a faction, what would our name be? I feel like this was used as like a singles competitor wrestling name back in the day, like in the 80s or 90s or something. But I've always liked the name Brute Force. I think that's a cool name for a tag team. What else would be a good tag team name? Edge faced first into the tag team post off of The Miz. Edge was distracted by Maurice, who was going, "You're a dickhead," and then The Miz went into the post. I've been to Greece, never saw anyone in a white suit. Well, not much else I can say about that then. It's proved wrong. Fair play. It was a vibe, it was a swing, and it failed. And these are the things that happen. Pardon me. These are the things that happen. Edge gets clobbered with a double axe handle off the top of the rope by The Miz. Like that. He off the rope and he went, have one, he went, like that. You know? Now with the big knees to Edge's inner thigh. You're going to get anyone involved with you on the channel, Charlie? Always fancy doing a wrestling podcast myself. I'd love to do something. Yeah, so it's what I mentioned to Ray very briefly, or hinted to Ray. There's a couple of things I'm going to be doing that I will need people for. And I would love to get you involved. I will 100% ask you. I'll keep you in mind because I've spoken. Yeah, I'll 100% ask you. 100%. There's a couple of little bits and pieces I'm thinking of. I don't know what yet. We'll see. Right now I'm going to be doing watch-alongs for the pay-per-views, any AEW pay-per-views, probably Raw, SmackDown, probably Dynamite, Rampage, I don't know yet. I haven't really thought it fully through. And then stuff in between. And the stuff in between, I've got some ideas where I need people. So, like, 100% yourself, Ray. I've got a couple other people in mind who are around that we sort of are aware of. Myself and Ray more specifically in the West Ham world, but also like some friends of mine in my personal life, like my friend Luke and Adam. But yeah, a bunch of stuff. So I'll let you know. I'll definitely hit you up. I'll definitely hit you up. And Ray, I've already said I'll speak to you tomorrow after 2 Spanish on patreon.com/. And a big reverse DDT from Edge to The Miz down from the second rope. It's like vintage Orton, but backwards. Yeah. That was one of the dumbest jokes I've ever made. The Green Street Mafia. And we have to wear suits. Yes. We might look a bit Ridge Holland, but I'll take it. I'm down for that. That's a banger. We could use Triple H West Ham hammer. Ooh. That's a shout. Get other people on watch-alongs. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. The only thing that would stop me is the synchronization issues that I used to have with Tom on the West Ham ones. Edge goes for the pin, hits a 2 count on Miz. He's taking control of this match. Yeah, the only thing I would do, it's the only one would be the syncing issues. But if I can figure out a way around that to make it more consistent, then I'd 100% down for it. To be honest, I would 100% be down for it. And now Edge, double underhook. He's looking for it. Oh, and then the Miz looking for Skull Crusher Finale. Maybe no, rolls out, counter by Edge into a DDT. Oh. I love that Miz DDT. It's always looked great. The Miz is just good, isn't he? I'm off to London Stadium next week. I've got tickets for the Cup game. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. I'll be sitting doing the watch along as per usual. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, bro. the Hammerstrap still have the belts and games, so can at least go. We can check our Twitter account, Hammers_chat, and see if they're still on sale or if they've gone on sale yet, and if they're not, if they're sold out. I have no idea. I also don't know what the capacity is at the moment, but we do have them down there. We do. I haven't been since the beginning of lockdown 1, so, but we have started them up again. But check Hammers_chat on Twitter. That will tell you the answer. Miz now hitting with the yes kicks. A movie style from Daniel Bryan. Some kicks. You love to see it. Oh, roll up from Edge. 1, 2. 2 count. 2 count, and then tries to look for the crossface. Another Daniel Bryan move. Trying to look for a crossface. Can't quite manage it. And then Miz, nice reversal. Just lobs Edge to the outside of the ring. Get out. See you later. Whoop. Whoop. And his pace go on. Yeah, well, you know, we have to make money somehow. And to be fair, we have so many season tickets on that boat that there's not many on a weekly basis, but yeah. And to be honest, in the middle of winter, they're quite... I like going on there because I know everyone, and so it's nice to just see everyone, but during winter, they are a thing. They are a thing. Oh, Edge! What's it called? Execution? Is that what it was called? No. What was that? I can't remember what it was called, but off the ring apron to the outside, just a big old front face flapjack from like a DDT move. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Execution? I can't remember, but flipping heck. Flipping heck. Ugh. Then he takes a little bit too long to get the Miz back into the ring. It only counts a 2 count. Only a 2 count. If you want live footage from inside the grounds on a watch along, let me know. I can Discord. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I do it on StreamYard now for just certain reasons to make it my life easier. So maybe I'll tell you what. I'll message you in a week. I'll try and remember firstly, but I'll message you in a week because yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll try and figure something out. Miz with a nice reversal, slips underneath Edge on the apron. It just pulls him off face first into the hardest part of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. It's the edge. The edge is hard because that's where metal bits are. And now the Miz demanding attention from the commentary team as he just blaps Edge's head into the commentary table. Uno, dos, tres, see you later, face. It's not happening. I mean, StreamYard is way easier, to be fair. Yes. Yeah. We didn't use it before because we like having lots of elements, but now it's just me by myself. And I figured out how virtual webcams work. I just use StreamYard because it makes my life easier. And it means I can pull up comments and have them on the screen and stuff. Like, this is using OBS, but football ones are obviously thingy. Looking for the Skull Crusher finale on the table now. Good reversal by Edge. The big front-faced... just flapjack onto the announce table goes the Miz. Edge with a nice reversal. It looked like it was going to be the skull-crushing finale for a brief moment, and then all of a sudden, Edge with a reversal hits just to get into the floor, but onto the announce desk, and now Edge rolls the Miz back into the ring. He's had the best of this match. He's had a lot of big opportunities, a lot of big moves, but all of them have been outside the ring, and now he rolls the Miz in, climbs to the top rope. It's Edge. Big crossbody from the top. 1, 2 from the ref, and it's a kick out. Close, but a nice crossbody. Big moves from Edge, all happening outside the ring. You think if he's inside the ring, he gets the dub there, but not yet. Not yet. 9,000 litre stands in London next Sunday. Can't wait. It's going to be a thing. Let there be carnage. It's going to be a big old thing. A big old thing. Nice roll up by Edge. 2 count. Ram it. Last night AEW Rampage match was great. Bunny was awesome without her sister Rosemary. She proves to everyone she's a very good wrestler. Yeah, I agree. Oh, a nice roll up again from Edge. Hits the 2 and then into the corner post. That corner, the ring post today has been earning its wages. Every single match at some point has had people going shoulder first into the ring post. And most of them have been for finish. Well, one of them was for finish in the pre-show. And then a figure 4 from The Miz. Another move he stole off someone else. Here he is, the figure 4 in the middle of the ring. Will Edge tap? Oh, he's looking angry. He's doing one of these. He's like, yeah. As he's doing it, Edge trying to fight back, but The Miz slaps him back down and then hits the bridge. Hits the bridge, almost Charlotte Flair-esque. Not quite. I said almost, not quite. But he is going for it. And Edge just with anger in his eyes. Big slaps coming in. He's just fighting back Edge, and now he's looking for the reversal. He's looking for the roll, because that's, of course, what happens if you roll over. Then the pain is the opposite way. I'm not quite sure how it works, but it does. Don't question it. But if you roll over, it becomes a pain on the opponent. And can Edge get the momentum enough to roll him across? He can. The Miz is relatively close to the ropes. Will he get there? Or will he get... Will he be hoisted by his own petard? Oh, he's about to tap. He's about to tap. His arms up in the air. Somehow he wriggles out. And then into an STF. You have a timer on your watch longs though. How'd you get this work on StreamYard? Virtual webcam. I can tell you how if you want. I'll message you on Twitter after this. Let me remind myself, and I can tell you how to do it. Let me figure it out. But yeah, no, I thought Bunny's been doing pretty decently at the moment. I like her tag team at the moment. I think that's pretty good. Oh, the Miz trying to sneak his cheeky win with his feet on the ropes. What a little cheeky prick. How dare he? How dare he? Ed, what's your Twitter and why can't I find it? Am I stupid? Is it this one? It is this one, isn't it? Yeah, no, I found it. Found it, don't find it. I've just DM'd you something just to remind myself, sorry, at the top of my list. Oh, and the crossface is in from Edge. He has him fully locked in the middle of the ring. This could be it. This could 100% be it. He has it cinched in. You can see Maurice is on the edge. She's looking at the Miz's leg. Is she going to try and grab it and pull him away? She's thinking about it. Oh, nice little roll. Oh, it was a nice reversal for a moment from the Miz. She grabs the legs to put him on the ropes. There you go. There you go. Do you think what's the capacity of London Stadium? It's 60. I think it's 60,000 still, but it's changing to 62,500. But I think it's 60 at the moment. Do you think with Roman versus Brock match getting cancelled, it's changed the outcome of the now fatal Fightway match? I don't think so. You would be surprised if on day one they don't have a title change. I was saying this earlier to, I think it was Sally maybe. I can't remember who it was who was here. It might have been Sally. Sally, if it wasn't you, I apologise. But Liv, I think it's the right time for Liv to win, but I think it's the wrong time for Becky to lose. Unless, I mean, there's still like 3 or 4 pay-per-views to go before Mania, where you would imagine Becky goes in as champ. But a win to Liv would probably do her harm. I don't think it's the right time, but it is the right time for Liv. So if they do go with Liv, it wouldn't entirely shock me. Oh, the Miz. Oh, he looked for the combo, but it's a good backslide counter from the edge. 2 count. But I don't think Big E's dropping it. And in a double boot, and both men are down. Both men are down. I don't think it will change it too much. Because my gut, before I would have said that Big E was winning. 100%. That was my vibe, Big E winning. Now, with Brock in it, obviously that makes life a lot more difficult. Because I think Brock was going to beat Roman. I think he was going to win. But when you think about it logically, Well, the rumors are all saying, right, that Brock versus Roman is going to be, there's going to be more matches in this series. WWE want to long it out, right? They want more of these. And if they want more of these, that means Brock has to win one at some point, or there has to be some reason for a rematch to occur tonight. So I thought Brock was probably going to beat Roman in some dodgy way, or maybe like something happens which just makes it a thing. But if it's the main event, then you can't have. But maybe it was going to be the second last match, and then that was going to be the last. Whatever. We see what happens. If Brock's going into this now, you feel like he's the favourite, but realistically, there's 4 other men in this match. There's enough reasons to stop Brock winning, which keeps him free to go up against Roman Reigns some more. That's my vibe. Because if they want this Roman Brock thing to carry on happening, then I can't see Brock winning the title unless they want a title versus title match at Royal Rumble. I don't know. A huge hip toss from the top rope from Edge. Big plays. Love that. That's one of the things I like about Miz and Edge specifically, is he does quite basic moves but in big ways, and it feels sick. Like a nice top rope hip toss there. Love that. Yeah, so unless they do a title versus title at Royal Rumble, which isn't the worst idea, but it does mean, again, you've got Brock Lesnar being the champ going into Mania, and I don't think that's sort of their plan. So I reckon Big E still comes away with it, personally. Edge was looking for the spear, jumps over it, does the Miz, but as he lands, he tweaks his knee, the one that's been absolutely plapped in. But it was faked. Maurice hits it. Miz hits the skull crushing. 1, 2. Oh, big kick out from Edge. But I do agree with you with the fact there has to be a title win you would suspect on his card. Otherwise, this big, like, oh, it's WWE, it's day one, it's this big old thing, and then nothing happens. I agree with you. I think it's quite weird. Or the Miz and Maurice are angry. It's Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix has turned up. And she's wearing biker leather. She means business, and there is the theme song. And she's going for Maurice, who is sheepishly running away. Beth Phoenix, she looks mad. She's got her hair done in a very angry manner. And she chases Maurice away. This could be it. Edge is stirring on the other side of the ring. He looks like he's ready for a spear. Miz is screaming at Beth Phoenix. He hasn't seen Edge. He doesn't know what's about to happen. He turns around and there is the spear. It's a big un. 1, 2, 3. It's done. Chalk it up. That's 4 for Charlie, correct tonight. Beth Phoenix with the distraction on Maurice, who was trying to get involved, and her and her husband celebrate in the ring. Beth Phoenix looks like she could kill everyone. Everyone. Just a scary looking setup for Beth Phoenix, and Miz suffers with a big old spear. And it's done. Maurice not even coming close to help her husband. Just stood ages away as Beth Phoenix and Edge pose in the ring. So that's the mixed tag match set up for the next Rumble. You're not wrong. That's a great shout. That's an unreal shout. That's a very good shout. That's probably what's going to happen. Brock 100% isn't winning the title. SmackDown need him. Yeah. But is Big E losing? It could be Kevin Owens. He's just signed his new contract. That could be the thing. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think Brock Lesnar's coming away as champ. Let's say that. But Edge victorious with the help of his wife, Beth Phoenix. Who, again, both of them looking like bikers who are quite scary. So, it is what it is. No, I agreed it's the right time for Liv, but I think they're going to hold off on Liv until Mania. You're not wrong. It's not like WWE don't have a habit of... it's not like WWE don't have a habit of not capitalizing on things when it's definitely the right time. So you're not wrong. I will say that. I don't think you're wrong in that sense. The thing is, if you hold off any longer, will it continue to be the right time? Probably, maybe. I don't know. I can't figure out. But again, I agree with you. I feel like there has to almost be a title change. Like there has to be, because it's their first ever WWE Day 1, and there has to be a title change. Otherwise, what was the point in the end? Like, it just feels like I don't know. They'll give it back to Lashley. Maybe. I mean, Lashley getting added to it does sort of make sense. Does make sense. Because then they give it to Lashley and then... I don't know. It's the one match I feel like I can't confidently predict. And so I'm interested to see how it ends up working out, because I can't quite figure it out. I should say this, by the way, if you're watching at the moment, hello, welcome. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Hope you're enjoying WWE Day 1. Subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more stuff coming up, plenty more things going on. So like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, because we've got watch-alongs, regular sort of videos, and some other cheeky bits and bobs coming up. So make sure to get involved if you haven't already. The thing is, it's the right time for Liv to win, but it isn't the right time for Becky to drop it. It's a weird situation. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. It's one of those ones where I feel like it's sort of being thrust together. Like this is happening now. Whereas in reality, it's like there could have been... It could have been something else. It could have been something more. But I don't know. The timing of the pay-per-view is weird as well. A little bit. Same month as Rumble? I don't know. We are getting a backstage segment now with Robert Lashley. Another interview with the all of the competitors of the main event. MVP stops the question of talking about Brock Lesnar. He says Brock Lesnar is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. He's one of the most phenomenal athletic specimens the world has ever seen. MVP says he understands how the other men might be shook of Brock. However, Lashley's here. He ain't scared. He then goes on to describe Bobby Lashley the same way he did as Brock Lesnar, saying he's the yin to Brock Lesnar's yang. He welcomes Brock. He welcomes Brock into the match, and because once he wins, he can say he's beaten Brock Lesnar as well. This is the best Bobby Lashley's ever been in WWE, in my opinion. This incarnation, this current thing with Bobby has been the best he's ever done, in my opinion. And I've been enjoying it. I feel like they need more. It needs to be bigger. But I feel like this is the best they've ever done with Lashley. There was a long time where he just wasn't clicking. But it's the last year or whatever, when he's had the Hurt Business together with him. It's been good stuff. It's the match I'm most looking forward to, especially now with Brock in it. Yeah, same, 100%. When I was talking earlier with Sally about what the most exciting match for me was, it's 100% this as well. We've just seen The Miz versus Edge with Beth Phoenix. It's cut to MVP and Lashley in 2022. WWE struggles to make new stars evidence. Yeah, big time. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like all of those people you've spoken about for the most part. But, yeah. Happy New Year, bro. I hope you're good. And like I said, I am looking forward to the match of the weekend. I have trepidation, but I am excited for it. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. I can't lie. So, we are mostly through the card now. There are 2 matches remaining. Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, defending, of course, for the WWE Raw Women's Championship, and then Big E defending against Rollins, Owens, Lashley, and Lesnar for the WWE Championship. But we're getting the hype package now for Liv versus Becky. Like I said, I can't see it being. It has to be Becky. It wouldn't surprise me, but it has to be Becky. We're watching day 1 and day 2. Is this the Matrix? Yeah. The naming scheme's not perfect. I'm very just confused that they're having a pay-per-view today anyway. I don't. It's up to them. It's probably because it fell on a Saturday, so they're like, yeah, screw it. But what happens next year if they want? I don't know how years work, so this might be impossible. It might have to be on a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever. But what happens next year when day 1 is like a Wednesday? Are they going to do it? Don't think so. Don't think so. It's been a decent show so far. Yeah, I agree. I think it's been pretty bad. I think it's been pretty good, sorry. Not pretty bad. Nothing like insanely great. Nothing insanely unreal. But last match was pretty good. RK Bro versus Street Profits was fun enough. Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss was pointless, but at least it had some bits where he threw Madcap Moss about, and I'm always down for seeing that. Usos versus New Day is good because it's the Usos and New Day, and it will never not be good because it's the Usos and the New Day. That's just what they do. And I didn't watch the pre-show match, so but it's been decent so far. It's been decent so far. I can't lie. Day 1 is getting the 1 week push, yeah, a little bit. I don't mind, to be fair, and it's going to be 3 hours long. That's a great point. That is also an excellent point. You're not wrong. It might be a bit longer. If you think this match will start probably in about 5 minutes time. 5 minutes time, 20-minute match. Then you have 10 minutes between the end of the bell and then the next one. And then that match will be about half an hour. So probably a little bit over 3 hours, 3.5, maybe a little bit less than that, but not too bad. 3.25. I like shorter pay-per-views, I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. But I do like Saturday pay-per-view, I do as well. It feels weird, but I'm fine with it. Feels weird, but I'm fine with it. Morgan versus Lynch. There we go. I'm not super into Becky as a heel. Like, it's alright, but it's alright. But like, I get it, but out comes Liv Morgan first to not a great theme song, I can't lie to you. Not a great theme song, I can't lie to you. It just sort of exists. This match won't go 20 minutes. I think it might. Maybe not, but I think it could. It's max 20 minutes, don't get me wrong. It'll be between 15 and 20. Yeah, I'm just not into this theme song at all. It doesn't slap. It just doesn't slap, you know? I want a song that just kicks. When you hear it, you're like, it's about to kick off. Whereas this has always been like I like it, but I want a bit more from it. Put some trap in there, you know? Hey. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've just never been super into this theme song. And then here comes Big Match Bex. Whoa. With a significantly better theme song. Liv Morgan is fire. I mean, you know. Becky Lynch got that swag. She got the swag, fam. She got the swag. She's wearing a mad hat and glasses. Big time Bex is here. It's happening. My phone died. What do you think of Green Street Mafia name? I'm 1,000% down for it, Ray. I did say it might be... we might have to dress a little bit like Ridge Holland. But regardless, I back it and I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. We could get like Ray Winston to be our manager. I think it could bang. I think it could bang, bro. You know? I think I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Becky Lynch's hat is the hat of a main character in a rom-com set in London in the early 90s. I don't like it. It's not for me, that kind of hat. It's the hat of a train driver in Either the Engine. Whoa. Whoa. It's just a good theme song. It's just a good theme song. Here come the announcements for the competitors. I almost said teams. My brain's in West Ham mode. Liv Morgan getting big cheers here. Best thing she's ever done in her time in WWE so far as well. So far. And there is big time Becky Lynch holding up the title. My final prediction is a Becky Lynch dub. Is a Becky Lynch win. This is the one I'm on, probably the second one I'm most unsure about. But I do think it will be Becky. I just can't see. Bex has to be the worst thing. It's not great. It's not great. It's one of those things people say, or she might say, or someone says to her in like a promo. But the fact that it's like implanted, it's on the flipping Titantron behind her, it's how the people announce her. I can't say I vibe it. But again, I'm just not super keen on Becky Lynch as a heel. Like, Becky Lynch is incredible. She's great, but I'm not. Maybe I would be into her as a heel, but like not in this specific setup. They're surely finishing the show with a title switch. We'll see. A nice reversal there from Liv Morgan into some sort of face clobber, and now she starts absolutely wailing Lynch against the table. Another thing that's happened a couple of times in this show is just the announce table just getting battered by people's faces. Give me Becky 2 belts or the man. Yeah. Both significantly better. Big Time Bex is like... Even Big Time Becky is better than Big Time Bex. Liv Morgan looking for a tope suicida, but goes straight into a toe of Becky Lynch. There was something in my head there. Tope. There was something there, but it didn't quite work. Ignore it. It's not like it's on the internet for everyone to see forever and ever and amen. Looking for an early manhandle slam there, Becky, but rolled out. Across the ring, Morgan dashes out of the way. Big back bump squash into the corner, and then a running knee a la CM Punk. Then a nice drop kick to the back was Bex lying across the second rope. Zeroing in. Off, and then another double stomp. And now she's just double stomping all over Becky. Just double stomping all over her. Only for a 2 count. A big time Beck is a 2-pint cup of Beck's beer. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Just going on Cameo to see how much Ray is. I mean, he's been on the channel twice at this point. I've interviewed him. Gio's interviewed him. Oh, Liv's got Beck in the Rings of Saturn. I don't know what it's actually called, but Becky just foot on the ropes, gets out of there. But look, I'm sure Ray Winston will remember me from that one time I interviewed him at the premiere of that documentary. I'm sure he definitely will. I'll be like, do you remember me? I was the guy who you spoke to when you really wanted to get a beer. Instead, you spoke to me about Mark Noble for half an hour. I'm sure he'll remember. And will definitely be down for helping. Mates race then. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Becky on the outside of the ring, on the hardest part of the ring. Just big punts to the face. I'll have a big turn, Bex, please. Yeah, exactly. And then a huge throw from Liv onto Beck for a 2 count. Speaking of beer, I'm not prepared for London prices next week. Yeah, nah. There's London prices, right? Then there's London stadium prices. Even worse. Get hyped. This is why we have the boats, bro. Because you can, even there, don't get me wrong, like, it is what it is, but like, the London stadium, good luck with that. Good luck with that. How long are you in London for? Are you just coming down for a match and going straight back up? Becky drags Liv back into the ring. 1, 2 count after just pummeling Liv Morgan into the turnbuckles. He's not on there, damn it. Fair. I didn't know if he would be. But yeah. Getting the couch down for the day. Makes sense. Then you won't have to put up for the prices for long. You still have to. And like I said, London Stadium, somehow even worse. But yeah. Big boos from the crowd on Becky Lynch there. And an elbow from Morgan. Then a kick. Ducks a punch. Reverses Becky. Who then just starts pummeling Morgan on the edge. Spinning heel kick. Becky on the second ropes. Looking... Morgan prone over the second ropes. A leg drop across the back of the head. Morgan into the canvas. 1, 2. Kick out. Getting the coach into Victoria Station. What tube line should we get from there? That's a good question. The easiest way would probably be... you could go to... You could get on the... Oh, how would we used to do it? Circle. You could probably get the Circle to Westminster and then get on a Jubilee line, which will go all the way there. There's no direct ones, but if you get to Westminster, I think on the Circle line from Victoria, and then you can go all the way there. Is that Victoria? That must be Victoria, right? Or am I thinking of something else? No, it must be Victoria. I might be going mad. My brain's dead. I can't lie to you, Ed. But Circle line and then Jubilee line all the way from Westminster. It's probably the quickest way. Going now, you're ahead of me. Lol. Well, I appreciate you coming, Ray. Love you. Speak to you tomorrow, bro, at about 5 o'clock. I might be like 2 minutes late because I've got to go and do something, but I should be back at time. Becky asking the ref after that 1 count to count faster. She's like, you got to be faster. London is too big and too complicated. Nah, get involved. Just vibe your way. That's what I do. No stress. Just vibe my way through, you know? Becky Lynch now just telling the crowd that she is Becky. It is me. I am the best, as Liv Morgan has all of the time in the world to get better. To just get better. Then Becky sprints across the ring, big jumping forearm into a spin back kick. And then she starts telling the crowd once more that she is the greatest. She's just loving life, apparently. Oh, Becky with a missed kick. Back pummel. Oh! And then a sort of soul food into the back of Becky before then sort of donkey kicking her into the turnbuckle. Is a big play, but good, nice combination from Liv Morgan. Nice combination, and now both women down, forcing their way back up. London's alright, really. Once you get used to it, you just get on trains a lot and cheap buses. Don't ask me what bus numbers, I'll lose my life there, but you know. Roll up from Liv, 2 count. Becky with a kick, misses, spins, kick from Morgan again, then a pump kick, ducks underneath the clothesline. Fez press, and now she's just all over Liv. She's all over Bex, raining down fists. And then a beautiful step up into Guri, round to the back of Becky Lynch. And then a primal scream. A primal scream from Liv Morgan, and she's gunning for it. Becky dodges out of the way, but runs straight into her back fist. Bounces up to the second rope, does Morgan with a big, nice shotgun drop kick off the second rope. Uno, dos, it's a 2 count. It's a 2 count. Not a fan of London, to be honest. It's fine, I feel that way about the rest of the country. No, I love London too much. It's too much of my, like... It's too vibey for me. It's too much of my... It's just too me. It's just too big and full of weird, miserable people. Yeah, like me, exactly. It's like me. It's too big, and I'm weird and miserable. There you go. It's me described. You know? Let's go Morgan chance. As Liv tries to bounce off the second rope. Spinning kick again once more from Becky. Nice double handle suplex into like a slam, and she's looking for the armbar. She's looking for the disarmer. Well, it's more just an armbar. And she's got it. Liv Morgan trying desperately to roll her up for a pin. She manages it. 1, 2. This could genuinely be a title change. I don't think it will be, but I think it will be. And a nice Shane McMahon-esque jumping, spinning DDT from Liv Morgan. A very slow count from the ref, but it's a 2 count. It was a nice DDT. It's one of those jumping, spinning ones that I just enjoy. But that count was slow af. Was that the slowest count or what? It was super slow. It was 1, 2. It was some like dodgy ref or Hebner nonsense. Do you know what I mean? And Liv spending way too long getting up to the top rope. And big time Bex comes in. Forearm to the chin. And now she starts climbing the ropes. Her and Morgan meet on the second ropes in the corner turnbuckle. Has her in a headlock, looking for maybe potentially a suplex. Morgan fighting back, fighting her off. Slips underneath. Potentially a powerbomb. She's got her in a powerbomb position, but Becky Lynch just starts just punching her in the head. Yeah, one of them. Oh! Liv Morgan, that was beautiful. 1, 2... It's a 2 count, but that was absolutely beautiful from Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch was stood up on the second rope, head tucked in, trying to get any sort of air back. And Liv Morgan jumps up, springboards off the second rope before twisting mid-air into a sunset powerbomb off the second turnbuckle, rolls her up instantaneously from it, gets a 2 count. That was beautiful. I love how they told the story of how crap it was read that was on the... Yeah. Yeah. It was what it was. It was what it was. It was what it was. Good match, but it was what it was. Lovely. Love that from Morgan. Oh, and Becky Lynch rolls into the disarmer really nicely. Morgan is waggling her way to the bottom rope as quickly as she can. But that was a lovely little Asuka-esque roll into the disarmer there. Liv definitely not winning, but the ref counted this slow whenever she goes to the pin. A little bit. Oh, inside cradle, 1. Oh, Becky Lynch rolls into it. 1, 2, kick out. Becky ducks the arm into the face first slam. Then trying to roll her up in the most emphatic way possible, but only for a 2 count. Only for a 2 count. All her body weight. All her body weight. Can't believe that didn't win it. Now Becky Lynch just firing in big combinations to Liv Morgan, who's on the outside of the ring, on the ring apron, through the second rope, just absolutely pummeling. She's now going for a second rope leg drop. This can't happen. And it doesn't. Mate, I would never want to do that move. It just looks painful. It just looks painful. And now Liv Morgan goes up to the top rope after the mistake from Becky Lynch. Big drop kick. Doesn't quite connect. It looks a bit low. But Becky Lynch rolls all the way outside the ring, and Morgan cannot capitalize. Who is this referee anyway? She's relatively new. She started don't know how long ago. It was relatively recently though. Drop kick doesn't quite connect, but Becky Lynch ends up rolling all the way out. Morgan just cannot get there. Just cannot get there. Flies through, big crossbody. Tope suicida through the middle rope into a huge crossbody from Liv Morgan. She has Becky Lynch rolling. She puts her back into the ring. And Lynch just escapes all the way to the other side of the ring as quickly as she possibly can. Becky Lynch just continuously trying to escape Liv after some huge moves. That was beautiful. A Tope suicida into a crossbody. But Becky Lynch, after Liv Morgan tries to come out, takes control, just starts pummeling her head in. Yeah, the referee's relatively new. I don't know when she started. It was within the last month or 2, I think. I might be wrong about that. I'm probably wrong about that. And then Becky Lynch leaves Liv for dead on the outside. Just letting her take the counter. Just letting her take the counter. And then Becky just starts stomping and hole into Liv Morgan. And then Morgan just thrown over the top rope for good measure. And Becky's now in complete control of this match. Just taking Liv Morgan to task. Although Morgan responds by a cheeky reversal throw into the steps. And now she starts just clubbing away. Oh, she's got Lynch into this position where her arm is trapped by the stairs, and she's just stomping down on Becky Lynch's arm, which is trapped between the stairs and the ring post. Rolled into the ring. Becky just boots Becky. Sorry, boots Morgan does Becky. Trying to keep her away. Becky tries to climb up to the top rope. She's holding her arm in a weird position. Liv Morgan gets up to the top. Oh, and a huge. She's got the rings of Saturn locked in. This could be it. This could legitimately be it. Becky is screaming in pain. She's trying to roll Liv Morgan over into the pin. She manages to 1, 2. Oh, it's a 2 count. It's a 2 count. That could have legitimately been it. A huge arm, like double knee thing, code breaker type thing on the arm from the top rope. And then straight into the rings of Saturn. She's working over that arm. She was now looking for Oblivion. Manhandle, slam, reversal. 1, 2, 3. It's done. Becky Lynch retains. She was trying to get her foot on the ropes, but couldn't quite manage it. It was a good reversal from Becky. Liv goes for the Oblivion. She jumps as Becky's on the ropes. She was there for it, but it was a good reversal into the manhandle slam. And Becky retains. Becky retains. That's 5. 5 correct for the boy so far. Only 1 match left, and I still haven't decided who I'm going to say is going to win that one. But 5 correct. So a nice reversal from Becky in the end to get into the manhandle slam from the Oblivion. Liv Morgan hit her with all of the big moves there. It did look like she wanted to try and put her feet up on the ropes. But it just doesn't quite happen. Just doesn't quite happen. And it comes away. Big match Bex. Big time Bex gets the dub. And it's happened. It's happened. Right time for Liv. Could we see another one at Royal Rumble? Potentially. Potentially. You say that submission could have been it, but explain to me how Becky could have tapped out of that. One arm was under her and the other. You do that. Or you just say to the ref, you give up. Pac does it, for example. Pac does the Rings of Saturn as one of his finishers. I've seen Daniel Bryan hit it. That's what they do. Because it's you tap out or you admit, or you say you submit. We're getting an interview now with Seth, who of course comes in with a because he's Seth Rollins. Because he's Seth Rollins. He hits a quick you know what I mean? It's one of those. I think she was meant to cheat again, but the referee was positioned wrong. I don't know if the ref was positioned wrong or she was just slightly too far away from the ropes. Because it looked like she was reaching to try and put her feet on the ropes. I'm not sure. But it looked like she couldn't quite manage it. I mean, who else is going to challenge for the title? Don't know. Don't know, but it is what it is. You know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Seth Rollins says he has one advantage over the 4 other men in the 5-way match, and it's that none of them are him. They aren't Seth freaking Rollins, and starts just screaming. Tries to fire up, to be fair, tell a lad. Alright, mate, calm down. But it is what it is, but he tries it. And as we go into the ad break, I will be back in a second because I don't want to go pee during the main event, and I need to pee now. So Danny will keep you company until then. But yeah, Danny will be here. Back in a sec. Hello. Why have you got a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito? Why don't you have a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito is the real question. No, the honest question, the honest answer. Honestly, it was a Christmas present I bought for my girlfriend. As a joke. I think. Sorry, Johnny Knoxville is currently talking about how he wants to enter the Royal Rumble. I doubt he's going to actually do it, but there we go. But yeah, no. Yeah, no. It was a present I bought my girlfriend for Christmas as a joke. I can't lie. But then when I so we were talking about it, and like, it was haha funny or whatever, and then she was like, "You've got to put it in the background of all your videos." And so here is my mentor, Danny DeVito, to give me advice. You know, is what it is. Is what it is. As we get ready for the WWE Championship match here, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, all that good stuff, because there will be plenty more watch-alongs and wrestling videos coming your way. So make sure to come get involved in the future, because big plays. Oh, my first spam. Let's go. Let's go. No is the answer, but let's go. But yeah. Who's Johnny Knoxville? It's Johnny Knoxville, bro, off of Jackass, isn't it? Off of Jackass. Let's have a look. How would they have? No? I don't know how I'm going to type something. Let's just do it like that. We'll just do it like that, shall we? That sort of makes sense. That sort of makes sense. Yeah. How strong the same as Logan winning a match 2 against 1? Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't change the finish, but yeah. I haven't seen it properly, but not good. No, Rock, unfortunately I cannot show the match because YouTube and WWE will delete my channel, basically. They will hit me with copyright strikes, and it'll mean that the channel will go bye-bye. And seeing as I've only just started it practically today for the first time, I would quite like to keep it. But there's ways you can find it online. I can't show it, unfortunately. Apologies, soz. Big E versus Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship match. You love / hate to see it. You love / hate to see it. Keep accidentally opening the wrong thing. There we go. Can always make a new channel. Yeah, you're not wrong. I just can't be asked. You're not wrong, Ed. I just can't be asked. Like, I've made one. That was enough hassle. You know, like confirming stuff and like adding. You know the nonsense in the background. So I could, but that is just effort. That is just effort. Still. Right, who have we got then? The poll will be coming to an end in a minute once the entrances start happening. I put it up near the beginning of the show. It was a bit late because I forgot. The ones I put up there were Big E, Brock Lesnar, or other. And that's because I think, you know, I don't know who. It would only allow 4, and I didn't want to leave anyone out, so I left everyone out instead. And unsurprisingly, 68% of people who voted on the poll said Brock Lesnar, 20% Big E, and 12% other. It is one of those. Ordinarily, I'd watch the Wrestle Talk watch along, but then no live, so here I am. You weren't the first choice, I must admit. Dude, that's completely okay with me. That's completely okay with me. I've said this on the West Ham watch alongs, the ones where I actually earn money from and stuff. I tell people actively to go watch other ones, so I'm totally okay with that. I think that's totally fine. We'll say no, Luke, Ollie, good lads, good lads. My fun fact about Wrestle Talk: my video production company that I run with a couple of my friends is in our offices, or one of our things offices is in the same building as Wrestle Talk. So there you go. My mate was in their office the other day, like last month. I haven't seen him yet, but he ran into him in the hallway and he said, "Can you come in and have a look at their studio?" And he said yes. So there you go. That's the thing. Is it an elimination match? Is that what he just said? I did not hear that. Is that what they said? If so, this match is going long. Seth Rollins, by the way, still not super into this theme song. It's all right. Still not that good. Did he say elimination? I don't think it is. I think it's just a straight up 5-way. As far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they changed it. Maybe they changed it. I honestly, maybe. Who knows? Who knows at this point? It is what it is. Moving that around. Click that. Here we go. Just moving a bunch of stuff in the background so now I don't have to do anything else for the rest of the time. Seth Rollins first out, and now here comes KO. Kevin Owens. Freshly re-signed. Will he win the belt? Great theme song. Not the best, but great theme song. I'd love to meet the rest of the Talk boys. They've all seemed like top players. Yeah, I met Ollie years ago. This was before Wrestle Talk was a big deal. We were both going to a WCPW show, which dates this. It was WCPW's first show in London. And me and my mate went. Me and my mate Adam, he'll probably be on a channel at some point. We went together, and he was in the queue in front of us. And so we just spoke to him. I was like, hi Ollie, sorry, I just like what you do, just wanted to let you know. And he was like, oh, this is the first time anyone's ever recognised me in public, because this was years ago. This was before they were a big deal. And there's an awful selfie of me, my mate Adam, and Ollie Davis on Twitter, which is beautiful. But yeah, no, Ollie seems incredibly nice. And from what Luke was saying the other day when he met Luke, Ollie and Luke Davis, they're apparently very nice guys. So there you go. I argue with that Louis Dangor on Twitter on a daily basis. You, Ed, starting beef? Never. I don't believe it. Out comes Bobby Lashley with MVP. Seth and Kevin having discussions in the ring potentially about how they're going to take care of this man. Who'll come in last, Big E or Lesnar? Who do you reckon? For some reason, that fireworks gave me just shoot me in place. It's Luke Owen. What did I say? Luke Davis. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I'm a big fool. Do you know what it was? I was confusing myself because my friend is Luke, and so I was saying the word Luke too often, and it was just confusing my brain. I apologize. So Big E comes out second last. Disgraceful in my opinion, but there we go. It is what it is. Come on, E. Let's go, mate. Let's go. Big place. Here we go. The WWE champion. If he loses this, I'm going to be so disappointed. I'll end the poll here. Well, I'll end the poll when the bell goes. But I'm going to make my prediction now. I'm saying I'm saying Big E comes away with it. That's my final prediction. That's my that's what I'm saying. It's Big E. Big E's. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Still can't believe Tom Huffington's going to be a dad, by the way. Like, what if I know, bro. I know. Trust me, I know. I'm incredibly happy for them. I'm disappointed it's going to be a Northerner, but that's the Londoner in me talking. Apart from that, I'm incredibly happy for them. I really am. I still equally, I say this to Rebecca every time we speak about it. I still genuinely can't believe it, but here we go. And out comes Brock Lesnar, the familiar sounds of the wow, 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 as he comes out. Don't want to say anything bad about Wrestle Talk, potential future collab here. No, look, I'll be honest about everyone. I quite like Wrestle Talk. I've liked them for years. I applied for a job at Wrestle Talk years ago. Ollie Davis, the job he got, I applied for. So, I'm a fan of Wrestle Talk. And the guy who started it originally, who I don't know if he's involved in the company anymore, up or down, but the guy who originally started Wrestle Talk back in the day, we're from the exact same area. So, there you go. But yeah, no. I'll be honest. Top tier for me is Cultaholic. Is what it is. But I love Wrestle Talk. I think they're good lads. I watch both daily. I watch probably both of their videos, or most of their videos anyway. Brock Lesnar now surrounding the ring, walking round. It does add a completely different aspect to this match. It does end a completely different aspect. It's mad to think, you know, it's just kind of what, like, all of a sudden on the day it's transpired that out comes Brock, because it just feels wrong. But yeah, I'll end the poll there as the bell goes, and it ends Brock Lesnar 69% for Brock Lesnar, who's instantly going into the suplexes Owen, suplexes Rollins. They both went for him, tried to stop him, but no. He's just now launching them left, right, and center. Just German suplex for days on Owens and Rollins. He then grabs Owens, hits him with yet another one. Rollins backs into him and going Big E and Lashley on the outside fighting, but Owens stops Rollins from hitting F5, and then Big E just clobbers him one. Come on, let's go. And then a huge clothesline over the top from Big E gets Lesnar out there. Come on, boys. Come on, Big E. Come on. Brock Lesnar was the most popular in the vote with 68%, followed by Big E with 17%, and then other on 13%. So a lot of people thinking Lesnar's coming away with this. Lashley with E on his shoulders just drives him into the ring post. And now he's poised. He's looking to try and spear Lesnar here. And he does, straight through the barricade. Talk to you after this. Enjoy yourself, Ed. Straight through the barricade goes Brock Lesnar, speared through it from Big Boy Bobby. Robert Lashley himself just absolutely spearing a geezer through the barricade. And Lesnar's down. Lesnar's down. An initial destruction from Big E. Big splash. Throws him over the top. And now all of a sudden he's down. And now Lashley going straight after Kevin Owens, who's in the match, who's in the ring. This match has started with a lot of pace, a heck of a lot of pace. Lashley just taking Owens and Rollins to task right now. Hitting him with, he's got him up in the air. Was looking for the jackhammer, but a nice super kick from Owens, then a second one from Rollins sends Lashley down. The door one. Down goes Lashley. This match has started off lightningly quick. Unsurprisingly, it's a fatal five-way. Rollins and Owens discussing what they should do about Brock Lesnar right now, who's getting back up. And then out goes Rollins with a big tope, suicida to Lesnar, and then Owens off the ring apron with a huge frog splash to Brock Lesnar. Owens and Seth Rollins are working together to just stomp a hole in Lashley. Now they are running roughshod over this match. A beautiful frog splash from Kevin Owens onto Brock Lesnar. who was lying prone outside the ring on the floor. And now Lashley's been absolutely walloped with some ring steps. And so has Lesnar almost gone the dome from Owens and Lashley, as Owens decides to do the Lesnar little jig just over him. Big opening stages of this match. It's been lightning, and now Rollins look at each other and start clearing the table. They want to put Lesnar through this. They want to take him out of this match as well as they can. Kevin Owens grabs the top part of the table, walks over and then just throws it onto Lesnar as the crowd very into the idea of tables right now. Rollins and Owens are taking Lashley up to the top instead of Lesnar and trying to put him through the table. Looking for maybe a double suplex through the table. Lashley stops them. Gets them both off there. Oh, and then Big E runs in and starts going after Lashley instead. Gets him up. And slams Bobby Lashley through it. A huge slam from Big E. Hits a manhandle slam, if you want to word it like that, onto Bobby Lashley through the announce table. And gets a super kick from Kevin Owens for good measure. We're seeing a replay of it. A big slam, big plays. Tell you what, Big E's turning up in this match. Some big moves, early stages. He took care of Brock Lesnar, got him out of the ring. Second doors, puts Lashley through the table. And now Owens and Rollins are going after Brock Lesnar. And a double DDT to Brock Lesnar on the ring steps. And they are just taking apart the competition. They want this to be a one-on-one. Best man wins. That's what they were saying earlier on in their interviews. And another Uranagi pop-up powerbomb from Kevin Owens onto Big E. 1, 2. 2 count. 2 count. 2 count. And now Kevin Owens is going up to the top rope. He's feeling froggy. Seth Rollins is around. Oh, he was looking for that senton, but into the knees. And then out of nowhere, frog splash from Rollins. Only a 2 count on Big E. Kevin Owens goes up top for the senton, gets the knees up, does Big E, but before he can recover and even begin to get off the mat, Rollins from out of nowhere hits an incredible frog splash from the other side of the ring, turning in midair, lands it as perfectly as you're going to like, but only for a 2 count. Only for a 2 count. This match has just, it started like lightning. Rollins looking for the rolling forearm on Big E, standing almost out. And then another one to the back of the head. This is good work from Seth Rollins. Big E is taking a lot of damage here. A lot of damage. Looking for the curb stomp, but Lesnar out of nowhere catches him in mid curb stomp for an F5. Hits it. Up steps Big E. Lesnar has him on top. Another F5. Kevin Owens is there, tries to go for the kick, looking for the stunner. Reversed by Lesnar. Into the ropes, up for an F5. Screams at the camera. A third one for good measure. Bobby Lashley has stood up. He's in the ring. And he nails Lesnar with a spear. 1, 2. It's 2. 3 F5s from Lesnar. 1 on Big E, 1 on Owens, 1 on Rollins. And then a big spear from Bobby Lashley gets a 2 count. Big plays from Lesnar, catching Rollins mid-curb stomp there to start off that F5. Just F5 merry-go-round. This is incredibly chaotic. I'm loving it. And now Lashley, he's got him in. He's got him in. He's cinched it in. The Hurt Lock is in. He has cinched it in fully. He's got the Hurt Lock locked in on Brock Lesnar. What a match. I love this. I'm here for the complete and utter chaos. Just the pace of it's insane. And then Big E from behind just clobbers. Lashley hits him with the big ending. And now he's looking to hit Brock with one. He gets him up. Lesnar with a reversal gets him up for another F5. He's going to hit a second one on Big E. He does. The ring is clear. Brock Lesnar, 1, 2, 3. It's done. As easy as that. It's over. Brock Lesnar hits a second F5 on Big E. After Big E hits a big ending. And it's done. Lesnar wins. Lesnar wins. I can't believe it. It happened that quick. That was chaos. That match was complete and utter chaos. Big E, Lesnar and Lashley, all with legitimate moments where they could have won that match. Rollins and Owens fought well, taking out people individually, trying to gain some sort of advantage. But it all turned around when Seth Rollins was caught in an F5 by Brock Lesnar, who then delivered another one to Kevin Owens, delivered another one to Big E. Lashley then hit Lesnar with a spear. Then hit Lashley with a spear before hooking him into the hurt lock. Big E comes in, stops Lesnar from tapping out, runs in, gets Lashley up in to the big ending, tries to do the same for Lesnar, who wriggles up, hits him with a second F5. 1, 2, 3. Big E's WWE Championship reign has ended at the hands of Brock Lesnar. 2 F5s. That was mad. That was chaos. Did Big E deserve the better? I 100% agree. But I 100% agree. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Chaos. Do you have the link? Bro, the match is over. But I can find a link for you, but it's over. I'll just give you my login to the WWE Network probably. But yeah, I'll find a link for you. But yeah, it's done. It's over. Brock Lesnar has won. Brock Lesnar has beaten Big E, Kevin Owens, Lashley and Rollins to become once more the WWE Champion. And day one ends with a title change. It ends with Brock Lesnar getting the win, holding up the title as Corey on commentary asks the question, what does Roman Reigns think of this? And there we go. The trademark logo is up. And it's done. What a main event, by the way. What an insanely quick main event. Done and dusted and out. Don't worry about it, brother. Please continue. Fair enough. My God. But there you go. That was WWE Day 1 and it ends. It ends in explosive fashion. It did end up being a title change in the main event. I'm surprised the Brock won. As Ed is saying that, I'm shocked he won. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought he was definitely going to just remain in the chase with remain in the chase with Roman Reigns, not thinking about anything apart from that. I didn't think there was any chance of him going just into it, but yet here we go. There it happens. It happens like that sometimes. He catches Big E with 2 F5s. Done. The questions remain. A, what does this mean for him and Roman? He says he's a free agent, which means he can go anywhere he wants and do whatever he wants. It probably means he's not going to be on television for a while. Let's be real about it. But him turning up on SmackDown with the belt, building up to a belt versus belt match, or sorry, not even a belt versus belt match, a champion versus champion match, at least at Royal Rumble, kind of makes sense. However, the question then asks, what does Big E do? Does Big E enter the Rumble? Does he try to then win the Rumble to get another shot at the championship at Mania? After the Roman Reigns match, which we could assume would happen at Royal Rumble, what does that mean then? Where do they go from there? There's 18,000 different questions to ask after that main event. 15,000 different ones. Insane. A great match. Started hot and just did not stop. It felt like a Brock Lesnar infinite finisher kind of match, and I'm all for that. I do love a Brock Lesnar infinite finisher match. But yeah, insane. Brock Lesnar's the WWE champion. Brock Lesnar's the WWE champion. If he wasn't put in a match, who would have won? It's a great question, Ed. It's an excellent question. You'd imagine it would have to be... Oh, I don't know, but you would imagine it would have been either... I don't know. You said Lashley. I was saying Big E. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If the Roman versus Brock match did happen, was Brock always winning that? Was he always winning a title? I feel like he was going to win that because obviously there were a lot of rumors floating around that that they want the Roman Brock feud to continue, which is why I find it so completely insane that he's beaten the other people here to become WWE champion. But it did feel like, and they've said publicly, not publicly, but there's been a lot of rumor and innuendo, let's say, that they want that feud to continue, meaning there would have to be a reason for another match to happen, because if Roman just beats him twice, then why is there going to be another one, right? I thought Brock was winning tonight. The fact he's beaten the others puts a completely different spin on it. We know he needs to be on SmackDown. We know that's what Fox wants. We know that's what WWE wants, him to be the big dog on SmackDown. Now, he's spoken about being this free agent guy who can float left, right, and center, so it doesn't necessarily matter if he's champion. He could still go and have beef with Roman Reigns to some extent. But what does that mean for Raw? Is he gonna continue to appear on Raw? Is he gonna not turn up there at all? Like you're saying there, like for example, Raw's views will go up, which is probably true. Or will they go down because his champion's just not going to be there? You know, with Big E and with anyone else in that match, they at least would have had a consistent champion. Yet now, they don't at all. You have a guy who, for whatever, I don't know. Ray, you did in fact call it. To be fair, there's no doubt in that. My God, Ray sent me a voice note before. In fact, hang on, Ray. I got you, bro. I'll prove it to the people. But yeah, what an insane... Just... What? What? I can't quite get my head around that. I can, but... Here you go, bro. I'm going to play this out loud. I hope it's the right one. I think it is.
Also, our new Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar.
And we had a whole conversation about Brock's going to win now he's in this match. Mad. Well, there you have it. That was WWE Day 1. And that was a Brock Lesnar title win. He doesn't do matches unless he wins usually. So we probably should have figured that one out. But there we go. Here's what it is. If you're around and you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like the video. This is a brand new wrestling channel that I've started practically today. There's some stuff I've done on there, little bits and pieces I've done in the last couple of months while I'm just sort of figuring it out. Today is the first day. We're going to be doing watch-alongs for every WWE pay-per-view, every AEW pay-per-view, and then probably as well Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Rampage probably. In the coming days, we will be doing one on Monday, for example, so make sure to come back for that for Monday Night Raw. And there's going to be stuff in between, some lovely, exciting little bits and pieces. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like the video, all of that good stuff. But yeah, mad. Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion, and I don't quite know what to say about him. We'll see what happens on Raw. Will he turn up on Raw? We'll see what happens as the time goes on. Thank you to everyone who joined. Shout out to Ed, who hung around for practically the entire time. Ray, who came in and out. Shout out to Lucas for popping in as well. Rock Moss, who came in to ask if I could show the stream. Soz. Shout out to Rebecca, who was here for a while. Shout out to Selly, who was here at the beginning. Big ups, my man, if you see this. Absolute legend. All that good stuff. But yeah, Scott Venn, who was here early doors as well. Yeah. Mad. We'll see what happens on Raw. Make sure to come back. I'll be doing a watch along for that. Crazy stuff. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time, and subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'm speechless. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite speechless. And Danny says bye.